Right, so that should be us live, as I've said probably every time that I go live on these things. And it's been a long time not seeing you guys on YouTube, so it's great to have you all kind of back together as one kind of group again.
Yeah.
So
we all had a massive fallout,
a huge bust up.
They were jealous of my success away from Airwaves, and we had creative differences, like a boy band, a good boy band does,
Yeah.
It all just boiled down to the beard envy. Like, Martin's just showing off at this point.
Sorry.
Do you want to introduce yourselves, or should we just kind of jump into things? Or
Sorry,
it's okay.
Dropping that joke about beard.
What did you say, Phil?
I was going to jump on that joke about beards. There's like 5 different stages. You got Scott, who's just like kind of like not long shaven, probably.
Yeah.
It's going to be me or Highland G next. Then you've got Liam, who always had like the straightest, longest beard. Now he's been overtaken by Martin, so it's like should have organised us in beard length on your screen.
Going for the Viking look. Do you know what I mean? Like the edge, like Kratos looking. That's where I'm at now.
Hell yeah, dude! Can't wait to see that cosplay.
I find I can't let it get too long; it just gets too hot.
Yeah, mine is pretty hot.
It's not that bad.
So, as I was saying before, we kind of change the topic a little bit. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Just kind of we'll go around. So, Liam.
Yeah, I'm Liam. You can find me on Instagram as the Funky Gibbons, and I am the producer of Comic Airwaves.
And he's Welsh.
And he's Welsh.
I'm fake Welsh.
Yeah, he's the only Welsh one here, to be honest. I've never met anyone else as Welsh as Liam, to be honest. No, not at all. Hello, everyone. My name's Scott. You can find me at Scott Shelf on Instagram. Currently, you can see me doing lots of reviews on every book that I read, and I've also started a little series where I'm kind of being a bit ironic, a bit tongue-in-cheek, where I'm kind of describing sarcastically a book that someone thinks should exist, and then I tell you that it actually does. So it's like just describing the synopsis of Once and Future, Monstrous, other books like, I don't know, let's say like Middle West, or loads of indie books like that, and then going, well, actually that kind of does exist, and here it is. But yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and I'm having a bit of fun on that on my Instagram.
How do you make them, by the way? Is there a certain app, or
what do you mean? Yeah, the camera
for making your edits for like your your text over and stuff that you do?
No, I just use I just do all that on TikTok.
Oh, cool.
And Instagram. Yeah, because they have like a closed caption feature. So you just upload your video and then you do the closed captions, and then it just analyzes your audio and just puts the text on.
Oh,
so it's quite a quick process. I think from start to finish, it takes about half hour for me to do one.
And it picks up your accent, okay? Because I struggle with that.
No, it's like, hiya boys, how's it going? You all right or what? And I've got to like, clean it all up. It's all AI. This isn't me actually. I'm going through a bit of a voice changer now. It's not what I actually sound like. No, yeah, I'm just too Welsh for my own good.
I'm Phil. I don't do TikTok. I wish I did. I just don't have the accent, unfortunately, for those closed caption apps. To be fair, on Instagram, I've actually lost track of what my name is. I think I change it every few months. Maybe it's Philly Fiction currently, I think, at the minute on Instagram. Formerly, I was the hunk or the star of Comic Airwaves, of course. I was the talent. Everyone tuned in to see me. Let's be honest, guys. It's true.
Yeah, it's the only reason I kept it going, to be honest.
Yeah. But no, do you know what? Maybe I'm not too old for TikTok. Maybe I could do it. I'm approaching the ripe old age of 40, you see, so maybe I should do TikTok and try and do something like that.
You definitely could. There's definitely a niche, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Martin. You can find me everywhere as Sonic's Comics. I'm also one of the co-hosts of Comic Airwaves with these fine gentlemen. You'll probably see me on Instagram flooding with commissions and sketch cards I've been getting done for the past year. Still collecting comics. Won't stop doing that. But yeah, that's where majority I'm at the moment. Instagram. So
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool. And then obviously I'm Helen G. This is my channel. I'm supposed to make videos, but I tend to just rope people into live streams. So that's kind of what I've been up to.
Yeah, we would definitely.
So we do have a couple people in the comments. Just going to say hi. So we've got Kev, evening Kev. We've got Andy and Ryan.
That's mad. We've got 3 very excellent, creative people in that chat so far. All fantastic people. All have released something on Kickstarter, which is pretty cool. That's like, imagine a Venn diagram, but that's just like one whole circle, and they're all in it. And it's just, yeah. So like Kev has done. What has he done? He's done The Last Ein Hyria, fantastic Viking story, and he's working on Sayonara Senorita, which is a very cool, like American Western sort of One Piece vibe. It's so hard to explain, but it's such an awesome, cool book. Yeah, and he's just released issue 1, and it's absolutely fantastic. Andy, he's done Flux, awesome sci-fi story. Yeah, he's got 2 volumes. How many is that? Is that 10 or 12 issues? 10? Like across the whole thing? 10? Yeah.
around
10.
here somewhere.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
last bit,
I've got it as well. Awesome. And yeah, and Ryan, then he's currently got a Kickstarter on at the moment. It's called The Night Shift, and it's like a satirical night story. Like, it follows, I'm assuming it follows a group of knights, and it looks really fun. I was unfortunately the second person to back that Kickstarter, and I was beaten by someone else. But yeah, So Night Shift, as in Knight. Yeah, looks really fun, and I can't wait for that to be, because it's been what's the word? It's completed. The Kickstarter has been funded. That's the one, fully funded, and I'm just waiting for that countdown to end now so I can get it and read it. Looks
Is it
really fun.
trade?
No, it's just one issue. Single. Issue 1 so far.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out.
And is it ready to go, or is it still being worked on? Do you know?
Don't know. Can't tell you. Maybe you can tell you in the comments.
Scott, you should also take some credit for Kev's new book, because you did proofread it. You did help. It coming out.
Yeah,
I did.
I did. My name's in the credits. I'm very chuffed with that.
You refused to sign our books, though.
Say it again.
You refused to sign our books. Couldn't believe it.
I know. Yeah, well, I gotta make it scarce, haven't I? I gotta make that signature, rare and worth something.
Such an ego on you.
So tonight, based on the title, you should know anyway, but generally we're going to be discussing Thought Bubble, which the guys all went to. Was it last weekend or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last weekend.
Yep.
Martin was there in spirit.
I was there in spirit.
Yeah.
And
Drank plenty of spirits.
We had loads of spirits. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
And that's based in, is it Leeds? Is that right?
Harrogate, just
Harrogate,
north
you're
of
off,
Leeds.
yeah.
Cool. And generally, we're going to just discuss the sort of festival as a whole, and have a bit of a kind of general chat, and then a little bit of a sort of show and tell towards the end of what the guys have picked up. I'll probably nip off to quickly grab the commission that I got from Kev before, so I can show that, because it's quite a cool kind of drawing, and I was really impressed with how it came out.
Yeah.
So I can show that as well when you guys are showing your kind of commissions towards the end of things. But yeah, so that's generally what we're going to be covering. I've got just a few kind of prompts, so I'm just going to kind of pull them up, and we can kind of take it from there. So just as a whole, what is Thought Bubble? What is it that kind of drew you to want to go to Thought Bubble in the first place? Anybody can kind of feel free to jump in.
I feel like for me, it's an actual Comic Con. Like you go to the MCMs and it's just pop culture. You go to Thought Bubble and it's comic book after comic book. Create like indie creators like getting their works out. Like it's an actual Comic Con.
Yeah, like whenever I was going, like people who are, I say ignorant, I don't mean in a bad way. Like my parents were like, "What are you dressing up as?" You know, like what do you know? It's like it's not that type of con. Now, there are people who dressed up like Starship Troopers. What do you call them in Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Yeah, what do you Stormtroopers? Stormtroopers.
Stormtroopers.
But I think they're part of like the festival. I think maybe they want a bit of atmosphere in the thing, but it's generally speaking, it's not you like I wouldn't go wearing a costume. There's not a lot of kids wearing costumes and stuff. It's not that kind of thing. It's more about the art form.
Yeah.
Yes, there's big name or there can be big name creators and stuff that go there, but you're not going to see like the DeLorean or like Doc Brown or like it's not that type of con, so it's very unique. And Kev, for example, he had a table, Andy had a table, so you're meeting everybody with like a whole what's the word I'm looking for? Spectrum of stories.
Yeah.
Be anything anyone's created, and I just think it's very unique. Obviously, the best part, generally speaking, is for us. Like I see Scott and Liam once a year, and a Stuff Bubble, and Kev too, and the same thing with Pete Triple G and all the rest of those kind of those guys. It's always once a year. It's always Stuff Bubble, and that forms part of it for me. Is the weekend away,
sure.
but there's no question. Like the actual event itself it's splendid. You do kind of like I don't want to sound really strange, but like that wee warm fuzzy feeling when you walk around, you see everybody and everything. It's just quite nice to be placed to walk around and see it all.
Yeah. I think, like, ironically, it's the only convention that isn't called a Comic-Con where all it does is focus on comics. It's called Thought Bubble, and then so then I feel like people don't really find it unless you are a diehard comic fan, where it's not just DC and Marvel that you like. You want to delve into the more independent sort of things. Then this is definitely the type of place for you, because you're going to see an absolute different like plethora of styles of art and writing and different editions of comics. There's loads of singles, loads of trades. I actually saw a couple like hardcovers like from independent people this year as well, which was quite nice to see. But it's such a wide variety of things for anyone and everyone. Like Liam is a big fan of horror stuff. I'm not. So but there is for me this year there was a lot of horror things this year. So it was Liam was in a field of dreams this year. He was absolutely loving it. But
I wouldn't say that. Like some of the stuff was a bit out of my realm. But
I think like there was more things that like piqued your interest than me this year. Like I'm a big fan of like sci-fi, fantasy. I like a lot of like magic type of stuff, and so like so I found a couple of things, but over the years it's kind of well, especially this year, kind of gone towards more that horror kind of aspect. But this was our 4th year in a row going for me and Liam, and the other years I've been a lot more successful, I guess, in spending money on the kind of books that I like and want. But I think this year, whilst I'm really happy with the books I've got, it's probably the least amount that I've bought this year as well. But it's not all about the quantity. It's definitely a quality sort of thing. And the people that you meet, everyone is so genuine and eager to like tell you about this creation they've made, and that thing they're so proud of because they've spent a year doing it themselves. Some people, like Kev and Andy, they've written it and drawn it and colored it all themselves. They're the only person involved in that book. But then you have other people which are, there is either a duo or a trio of people working on this book, and it's so nice, and it makes it so much more enticing to like buy the book when you hear their story about how proud they are of this thing that they've made, and there's nothing else like it. And fine, you know, the writing or the art might not be to the kind of like caliber that you're you know, expecting from the books that you buy off the shelf from the professional publishers and stuff. But if you kind of look past that, you can still see how much like fantastic these stories are, the effort that people have put into it. So yeah, Thought Bubble is, in a word, it's awesome. And it's just so absolutely delightful to meet all of these different people and just give them money, give them the support that, you know, they've been working for, you know, and it's nice because, you know, it's like I try to think of it like what would I want from that experience if I was going to be, you know, having my own stall. And it was like, you know, maybe, you know, you'd spend months and years working on this thing, and for me it'd be like that sort of validation that what I've made is actually could be great and is, you know, is awesome. And yeah, you know, yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. I have a great time, and I had a great time, and I love the place, and I cannot wait to just go forever until it stops. But yeah, Thought Bubble is awesome.
So there's no like celebrity panels or anything like that. Then it's just focused on
the biggest celebrities are like the bigger
Creators.
creators. There's no like
Yeah.
actors or anything. So
Hmm.
I think the biggest one this year was probably, would it be Kieran Gillen? Maybe would he be the standout
Well,
kind of creator?
yeah, well, yeah, he's there most years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kieran Gillen's always there. Like, this was the first year that we've gone where James Tynan wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
He's been there every year. But then you had, you know, you had Zoe Thorogood. She was there.
Ramsey. Yeah.
You know, yeah, Ramsey was there. You had Danny. You had Crom, Al Ewing,
Stephanie Phillips, who's just been announced for Daredevil, the new Daredevil.
Yeah, Stephanie Phillips. Stephanie Hans was there.
Mhm.
You know, so there are like a lot of really big writers, but I wouldn't say in like the celebrity sense.
Yeah.
Just they are just, you know, well, celebrities to us, you know, because
Yeah,
we love reading
they are
stuff.
the celebrities of
Yeah.
the show, but they're not walking in their sunglasses and like ignoring you saying their book because if they have
Yeah.
to be there, you know, there's not publicity. They're
Yeah.
going because they love it. Like say Kieran Gillen, for example. If you get caught in conversation with Kieran Gillen,
Yeah.
you could be there for a long time. Like he loves comics. Garth Ennis as well, but I met Garth Ennis a few months ago, so I didn't even try and get his autograph this time. Thought there's no point. I know Garth. He's all right.
If you want the celebrities, that's why you go to MCM or Liverpool Comic Con
Yeah.
or, you know, stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
even like, because I go to
Yeah.
MCM every I go twice a year to MCM, but I've got to a stage now where I stay away from the celebrities. I actually stick to Artist Alley. I'm like walking up and down
Yeah.
Artist Alley for like 6 hours and just focusing on purely artists and writers.
Mm.
You know, and
Yeah.
you can do that for the whole day because it's got to that size. But you know, Thought Bubble seems to, whenever I've looked at any videos of Thought Bubble, it always seems to be the best things of MCM in Artist Alley, but more of a personal
yeah.
touch where you can actually stand there and, I don't know, get more involved with them as opposed to being in this big arena with loads of people. It just feels a bit more personal, you know, from what I've seen.
Yeah, and to be fair as well, if you're getting any commissions, now, like, I can't confirm this. I've never been in the MCM, but I get the impression they're a bit cheaper for a commission and stuff like that as well, because they know it's a more kind of, I don't know, homely or less commercial type of idea. You know, it is more about the love of the game, the love of the art. So things like commissions, even though they can be pricey, I just do think they'll be cheaper than likes of MCM. But don't get me wrong, it's 4 big rooms, isn't it? 4 big rooms or 3 big rooms? Four big rooms.
Oh.
And if you're like anything like me that doesn't like people or crowds, you can struggle through it. But generally speaking, you are at ease, and the people you're meeting, unless they're severely hungover, and there are a few, then they're generally it's quite good to be around. But yeah, the best thing about the town as well is that right across the road there's Witherspoons, and then there's a few other pubs up the street, and they're quite good fun as well. That's where you'll find Peter from Triple G Comics and Andy from Perpetual Comics. You'll find them in Witherspoons most of the weekend.
Yeah.
They probably spend more time in Witherspoons than they do the con itself.
Yeah.
So do you find when there's like the indie books and stuff being shown that it's like the whole team there? So like writers, inkers, artists, all kind of there as like a team, or is it like just the one person showing off the book, or what's the kind of
It
general?
depends. Yeah, it
Yeah,
depends.
it
The
does
real
depend.
indie stuff, you can find the team could be there. Let's say the team, like Kev, he is the team, and Scott was here.
Sure.
He's part of the team as well.
Yeah.
So it's like someone will have the full team there. I got a book signed, and Scott got the one too as well from a guy called Dwayne Murray.
Yeah.
And he was there. The writer, the artist was there, and the letterer, I think the
Yes.
letterer was there. So that's a full team. So it just really depends. Again, these guys could be coming from America, Canada, and it's just where they can afford to make the trip over themselves. But just a mixture of everybody.
Cool.
Yeah. But they also I should say too, like if you are going for the weekend to Thought Bubble and you like the social aspect of it as well as the con, they do have like a mid-con party on the Saturday night. And you will find, Kieran Gillen, for example, he was in the pub on Saturday, so much so that on the Sunday he had the right cards on his desk because he lost his voice. So he had like prompt cards to say, a response to questions and stuff like that there because he was out drinking the night before. And Danny's another one. She is notorious for arriving late at her desk, as Liam well knows.
Yep.
She never arrives on time because she's probably spending longer in bed because she's so drunk. Again, pubs right across
that
the
was
road,
certainly
so.
the case this year.
Yeah.
And like, how does like queuing and stuff compare to like a bigger kind of con? Do you find that you're waiting the same sort of times because they're spending longer with each person, or is it quite quick, the turnover?
I think the most part is quite quick, isn't it? You get the odd big creator who has time slots, like Ramvi last year when me and Scott queued up.
Jason Aaron was one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And James Tynan as well. He had a decent queue, but he wasn't timed. He just had a big queue the whole time.
Yeah. The first time I went, Scott Snyder was there, and I just happened to be in close proximity to his table when he sat down. So I joined the queue, and I was near the front of the queue, but the queue was quite large behind me. He would have been like the big writer that year. That was maybe 3 years ago, or 2, or maybe more. And last year, Chip Zdarsky was probably the biggest name there.
Yeah.
And I queued for him, and I was in that queue for about an hour. And it zigzagged around where he was. But again, for those kind of one-offs, you're going to find big queues. But generally speaking, unless you're asking them to draw a commission there and then you're waiting for it, I think you just kind of get your book signed, you say hello, you love their work, you kiss their backside a little bit, and then you can tend to go away, and that's fine. But but they're there all weekend as well. It's not like, again, the bigger ones will have time slots, but generally speaking, the rest of the guys are all there all weekend, so you'll catch them at one point.
I think that goes for majority of cons, because I'm glad you said Chip Zdarsky, because I got to meet him in October, like last month, MCM, and I waited 20 minutes in his queue, and he done a commission for me, and that was on a Saturday. So it's sort of, you are right, it varies on convention, varies on time. It's just being at the right place, right time of the day, of when they're there. I'm assuming you guys will agree. It's some you can walk up to and just get it. Some you got to wait.
So day one, I queued up. There's 2 entrances. I queued up at the I call it the second entrance. That's not the main door. It's like a side door, because Stephanie Hands, who done Die, is in that hall, and I knew I wanted to go there first. So me and Scott and Liam, we all had our own little kind of mission list, didn't we?
Plan.
To get it all done as early as you could on the Saturday, so you could just relax and enjoy the whole weekend. And Stephanie Hands was the first one on my list. I wanted a commission by her, which I got one, and I wanted her to sign the book and leave the blank variant cover to her, and I'll come back to her later that day or the next day. But I wanted to get that booked in, nailed in before the queues developed. I'm glad I did, because she only just finished them on the Sunday, and I was the first one to give her stuff. So
you got to get in early with those commissions.
100%. Yeah, and they look great as well. I'm looking forward to seeing them again later on. But Stephanie Hands was my first one as well. I think I was 2 people behind Phil in the queue. But, I wasn't getting any commissions. But I think generally queues aren't that big. But yeah, I think the biggest one for me was Chip Zdarsky last year, and I was thinking I was waiting about an hour because it was like, you can either, you can get a signature if you want, or you can pay like 30 odd quid to get a commission. And, Phil was there in front of me, can I have Kingpin, please? And, and but there were more people asking for commissions. There we go. There it is. Yeah. There were more people asking for commissions than there was just like me asking for a signature, in his Daredevil book, and that was it. But it was quite a long queue.
And just on that commission, it took him about 3 minutes to do, but it's 3 minutes for every punter ahead of you, like Scott was saying. But the thing is, too, as much as I like this, and it's signed by Chip himself from last year, he had two options. I could pay 30 quid and I pick what he draws, or you could cheap out and give £25 and he picks what he draws. So me being me trying to save a bit of money, I said, well, sure, do 25 quid. I'll enjoy whatever you make or whatever you drew. And I drew Kingpin. And I was like, I wish I had Daredevil drawn, but whatever,
Was it labelled as Chip's Choice?
Yeah, Chip's Choice. That's
yeah, they had the same thing at MCM. I paid the little extra. I got a Daredevil sketch card.
Nice. I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd have. I like this and all. It sits pride in place on my shelf here with my Daredevil books, but I do kind of wish I paid the £5 extra for what I actually.
So apart from like meeting people at their various tables and stuff, is there any like panels or workshops or anything like that they kind of schedule?
Yeah. There's is it the Dead Northern or something like that? Dead North. Yeah. They have a stage where they do live talks. Me and Scott went one year to watch Kieran Gillen do a Die playthrough.
Yeah. So his Die story. Yeah. He made an RPG rule book based off of it. So he spent an hour playing through his RPG, and Ram V was there, Al Ewing was there, and two other people I can't remember now. It was a woman and another man, but I can't remember who they were. But that was really good fun. It was quite chaotic. Al Ewing, I think he stole the show. He was like this geriatric old man who was just crazy, and it's just anything he said was just absolutely unhinged, and it was like, okay, this is wild. But we didn't go to anything this year, like talks wise. We always have a look because just in case something takes our fancy, but we didn't go to anything. It's definitely something for everyone.
They also do like events in the week before the actual con weekend. We never go to them because obviously we only go there for the weekend type of thing, but you always see them advertise and stuff. Like, I could be making this up, but I'm pretty certain have some sort of art class or art kind of gallery or something in the few days prior to it. There's also little events up to it. And some of the local comic book shops, there's one in Leeds called OK Comics are always advertising stuff that's going on the week before as well. So it is like a week-long kind of festival, but it's obviously the core weekend is that, but there's lots going on. There's lots of talks. Again, it's hard to I don't know how it is for MCM, Martin, but when you go in the morning time, I completely lose track of time. So if somebody says there's a talk at 12:30, it doesn't register with me to be there at 12:30. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like you're too busy thinking about your plan of attack and all the rest of it. And Ryan there, I noticed he was on one of the panels, but I only noticed after watching his story on Instagram that he was on one of the panels. But there's all that kind of stuff going on too. There's lots to do, to be fair.
So time kind of takes advantage of the various creators being there. Then the comic shops get involved and other kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And do you find
do a panel? Sorry, I never do a panel ever. I haven't got time.
No.
I'm too busy running around Artist Alley like a complete nutter. Do
you find it's kind of either or, where like you kind of dedicate your time to the panels, or you dedicate your time to the tables?
Yeah. And what do you want more? Do you want your signed books or your commissions, or do you want to sit down and have a chat about the books? I would rather get all my stuff done. And unfortunately, if you're going to MCM, I don't feel has got as many names sometimes as what Thought Bubble has. So I can only imagine if I've got to go Thought Bubble, I'm going in with a game plan. If you're going in with no game plan, you're off your head. You've 100%. Got to just like beeline for some of the big ones and then just start knocking off every single one that you want to get to after, because you got to get them in early, especially if you want commissions.
Yeah. The first year I went to Thought Bubble, I can remember, and I was out the night before and I'd been drinking, but I think I got sick, right? Not just hungover. I think I was sick, and I bought all these books. I had so many books to sign. There were Snyder books, Ram V books, Tinian books, that I was getting really flustered, like properly flustered, because I didn't have a plan. You know what I mean? I didn't think where they'd be sitting. I didn't kind of look where they would be. I kind of went in almost winging it, and I think I didn't enjoy the experience. That was my own fault for not kind of planning it. Whilst you don't need a full-on plan for the whole weekend, there's lots of time to get stuff in. This year felt really good. The fact that we had a plan of action, we completed our mission quite early on, and we were done, and we enjoyed the weekend. We enjoyed just walking around, window shopping, so to speak. And as we were saying earlier on, there's something for everybody. Don't get me wrong, there is stuff that I wouldn't look twice at. Not nothing bad, just that wouldn't appeal to me at all. And there's obviously stuff like Liam jumps to the horror stuff and it piques his interest. But you can also have the chat with them and then go, yeah, it looks good, but it's not for me, and then move on,
Yeah.
One of the strange interactions we had actually with Scott and Liam, we talked to this girl called what was her name? Something Sampson?
Alison Sampson.
Alison Sampson.
Oh,
Yeah.
And her books look good, her stuff look good. And all of a sudden, Adrian
Tchaikovsky,
who's the author of Children of Time, Scott's a fan of that. He just walks by casually talking to her. We're like, there's Adrian such and such. Just a really strange kind of day type of thing.
Yeah.
But
So that interaction kind of went in a way where, we just stood by Alison Sampson's stand. She wasn't there. And then she kind of saw us there. She was like, oh, I'm coming. And she kind of ran round back to behind her stall. And she was like telling us about everything that she'd been involved with. And it was all unprompted. We didn't go, ooh, what is this about? It was just like, she just, in a good way, talked at us for about 20 minutes, right? And it was fantastic. We had a good conversation, but she just wanted to have a nice chat, and we had a great talk. But then she was showing us about all the stuff that she had in her stall, and there was one thing, it was a big long picture, and she was like, oh, this is the cover art I've done for Adrian Tchaikovsky's newest book. And then as she was saying that, it was kind of like, oh, there he is, right? And he was just stood right next to us with, I'm assuming, like his partner or his friend or something. It's like, oh, there he is. And I was like, wait, actual Adrian Tchaikovsky, like as in like writer of the Children of Time stuff and all the other stuff. Yeah, he's there. And she just goes, Adrian, here, take this. And she just gives him like a copy of that cover that she'd drawn. And he was like, oh, cool, thanks, bye. And then just walked off. And I was like, that was Adrian Tchaikovsky. Like, I'm like losing my mind right now because I love that guy's writing. And I was just like, if, obviously I didn't have any clue that he'd be turning up as, he wasn't there as a guest. He was just there as, a visitor of Thought Bubble and just going for the weekend. But I wish in hindsight that I had his books with me. I would have never had his book with me, but how cool would that have been to, got it signed by him? And and actually it would have been awesome to have a chat, but it was such a weird experience. Amazing, but it was like, what? Like, how was this happening? But yeah, it was great. Yeah, Alison was lovely.
Yeah, she was
really,
lovely.
really nice.
It must be quite nice for some of those like creators to kind of go to some place that's a little bit more under the radar as well, though, where they're not going to get as hounded by people.
Yeah,
True. Yeah.
Because like a lot of creators like are obviously into comics, are going to want to go around and see other comic creators and do stuff. But if they did that in like a massive con, they would just get hounded.
You say that, but Jock turned up at MCM last month and he wasn't scheduled. I only found out after he left that he was there.
Oh,
Wow.
So you can do it.
Some Jock books with you.
Oh, 100%. Green Arrow Year 1, that would have been signed straight away.
Yeah.
There's so many writers I wouldn't know what they look like. So if they just walked past me, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
That's
true, actually. Yeah.
Before Thought Bubble, I wouldn't have had a clue either.
Yeah, like and it's I don't want to sound something quite weird, but it's like Al Ewing, for example. It's like you wouldn't picture Al Ewing to look like Al Ewing looks, but now that I've seen Al Ewing, it's like I get it.
I'll
Ju-
put them
John,
the
like,
other way. Yeah.
yeah. Like, there's so many creators just don't look like how you would imagine they would look.
Mhm.
If you've never seen them before, and he's
And
definitely one of
even,
them.
and even when you see like their picture they put up on the sites,
It never looks like
sometimes they don't look like that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the back of their books and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you don't look like that. That was
Yeah, the
taken
kind of perfect
15 years ago.
mugshot they've got. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I find too? Like, I genuinely can't recall any interaction with like even like the bigger creators where they're like not interested. Like they're always genuinely interested to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about their work. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And for example, I was speaking to Sean Phillips about the Criminal TV show. And he went on a bit of a rant, not at me, but just about the show, because the show's it's been made, it's been edited, it's all post-production's been done, the music's been done. He's watched the series, but for some
Wow.
reason, I don't know if it's Amazon or whoever's holding it back is holding it back. And he's frustrated with it. But he was telling me that, and I'm thinking like that would be something that you would keep quiet in case you get in trouble from the big wigs at the production house type of thing. But he's just quite happy to talk about his work and how he loves it and stuff. And like they're all the same. They just want to talk about their books. I'm sure there's an element of that when they go home on the Sunday night. They're thinking, oh, thank God that's over. I've spoke about my book about 300 times this whole weekend. But generally speaking, they're always really good interactions.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a bad time where they've just gone, yeah, all right, here's your signature by, they're not like, yeah, I think everyone I've spoken to has been, well, everyone I've seen, I've managed to have a good chat with. Yeah, I think I'll go into some of that when we're showing off our books, I think, later.
Yeah.
I think the only time I've ever had a sort of a awkward interaction is when I asked for the price of a remark, and the remarks were not the heaviest of detailed, and they told me the price. I won't tell who the artist was. They told me the price. I was like, oh, no, just a signature, please. It's just like, yeah, no. But
do you have to pay for signatures in MCM?
Not really. I think sometimes artists do like the first 3. They'll sign for free, and then after that, they then charge you, because you get some people turn up with rucksacks of books.
You get that in Thought Bubble as well, and it's the same thing. Like the first 5 they'll sign, but then they'll just say if you join the back of the queue again and come back with your next 5, they'll do it for you. But generally speaking, they won't sit and sign 50 books, because I think that's taking the piss for one. So they will sign them, just not all at one go. Do your first 5 and then join the back of the queue if you really want them done.
Yeah, and if you got friends like we do, just split them up.
Yeah,
Well, I did with you guys with James Tynan last year.
Even if you're not friends with Liam, Scott will volunteer Liam to carry your books to the queue to get signed for you, as I done last year.
I did that. That was so good. Right. Do you want to tell the story, or shall I?
You go for it.
Okay, so there was 3 different queues, right? We were there for Ram V. I don't know who was it on the one next to that. Who's the artist of The Walking Dead?
Charlie Adler.
Yes,
Charlie Adler.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So this guy, it was close. It was coming to the end of the time slot for that signature queue for Ram V, right? So, and for all of them. So, and we were about 3/4 of the way down, and I saw this guy next to us, and he had some books for Charlie, and then he had The Many Deaths of Layla Starr for Ram V. And I was like, and Liam was just with me, and I was there to get my Layla Starr book signed, and Lee was just empty-handed, nothing to do. And I saw this guy, and I was like, he's not going to have time to get this book signed. So I just kind of I just tapped his shoulder, and I was like, have you had that signed yet? And he goes, no. I was like, well, my friend will get it done for you. I hadn't asked with Liam at all. I hadn't conferred with Liam at all. I just went, oh, my mate will do it for you. No, he hasn't got anything to do. So Liam's like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. And then, when you got there, what did you say to him?
I mean, luckily I had read it, so I was like, I really like this book. Could you sign it to Matthew or whatever it was?
I was like, oh, oh, do you want your name in it? He goes, yeah, please. I was like, what's your name? What's your name? Tell us. And that's how that went. And I will volunteer other people to do signatures.
Yeah. I will be your tribute.
It'd be even funnier if you got the book back and it said to Liam.
Yeah, to Liam, and then Liam left.
I told Matthew, this is my book now.
Or you forget the name and it comes back with cheers, Dave. Sorry, mate,
Yeah.
I've got your name. That's what you got.
Yeah, it was. I think I haven't got the book out now. I've packed things up, but you know, like it's a cool signature. It was like, you know, it's got his like Ramsey signature, and he did a little drawing of Layla Starr, like smoking a cigarette, so it's all like big wispy smoke going up the page, like, and then his signature, and it's really quite cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So as far as like this year is concerned, was any like specific aims that you guys had kind of going in, of like certain people you wanted to kind of see or certain things you wanted to kind of do?
If they say no, they're lying.
To be fair, my main thing was to get a commission for Stephanie Hans, and I was under a bit of pressure because my comic book shop had also asked if I can get them a commission from Stephanie Hans as well. So I had 2 to get. And that's why I went there first. And then after that, I wanted to go to Dwayne Murray to get the book called We Are the Power Pals, which I'll show you in a second. And I wanted to be one of the first 100 because I had a book plate to go along with it for the first 100 customers. And I'll tell you what my number is later after Scott tells you his number. But I didn't need to worry about that because I think there was loads before they even closed up. But that they were my 2 main ones, and then after that, I just wanted to get sketches done by whoever could fit them in, pretty much. And I got a couple commissions done, and the other one was Jacob Phillips, Sean's son, because he has a book out called Everything Dead and Dying that people are raving about, which I never jumped on issue number 1, and he happened to have issues 1, 2, and 3 on his desk, so I wanted to jump on that too before they were gone. They're my 3 kind of main things to do. And once I had them done, I felt like relief. Like, oh, great. Like you could just enjoy the con and say, go around getting commissions done from people, and get chatting to people and looking at the independent stuff, the people who aren't the big hitters, and to see what they have to offer.
My biggest goal this year was, 1, to take a hell of a lot less than I did last year, because Liam and I genuinely had back problems after Thought Bubble last year, because of how many things we were carrying.
We had like a 10-kilogram rucksack each.
Yeah, we actually weighed our rucksacks, and we had 10 kilograms worth of books in our rucksacks. And
but you were bringing deluxe books to sign, like big thick.
I was going to say, were you bringing hardcovers? Is that right?
Yeah, of course I was. Of course I was. Yeah, because I'm really smart. Yeah, but this year thankfully there wasn't many names that I was after, you know, any new names like signatures that I was after. So for me, the big ones were, Stephanie Hans, Dwayne Murray, and Cy Spurrier. And then on the back of that, one that I remembered, I've got a book for this person, was Christian Ward, and I've got the Invisible Kingdom library edition from him, but I've still not read it. So that was kind of, I don't want to say awkward, but I always like to try to read the book first before I go and get a signature. But I was like, I don't know if he'll ever be here again, so I'll just go and get it done and just hope they don't ask, what did you think of the book? But thankfully he didn't. But yeah, so that was my game plan. It took me an hour and a half to get all my signatures done, and then it was straight back to where we were staying, and luckily it was literally across the road from the center. So it was jump out the center, go to our place where we were staying, empty my bag, and go back in with an empty bag, and I can just chill out, and we can go and just browse and just talk to people and have a good time. And that's exactly what happened, and loved it.
I just had the 1 signature to get this year because I missed it last year.
You didn't miss it last year.
No, she missed you.
Missed it last year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she missed me. Yeah.
And she almost missed you this year too. That is the artist known as Danny. She apparently likes to have a drink when she's away.
Mm.
Yeah, it does indeed.
Is there a story I'm missing there?
No. Oh, is there?
I mean, I was going to talk about it more when we got to it, but I had to wait 45 minutes after she was due. because she was a hungover little lady.
But was it worth it though? Was it worth it to finally have it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But she's also excused for being late because the minute she arrives, I don't know if you know Danny, but she's a rather lovely looking lady. And as soon as she arrives, all heads turn. And so she can get away with being late. It's okay.
Fair enough.
Phil.
Yeah.
Not me. I run away. I didn't want to be part of that crowd, you know. As you will.
Yeah.
Should have like a selfie queue rather than a signature queue.
Was there a lot of selfies, Liam, or was it just signatures?
Just signatures. Yeah.
And creepy guys
mean-
wearing those
I mean, I was
sunglasses with cameras in it. Loads of that.
The metas.
Yeah.
I was
GoPro
only second or
strapped to the
third in the
chest.
queue. Yeah, I was only second or third in the queue, so God knows what they were doing after me because I got my signature and ran.
Interestingly, because Martin said to me earlier today is he hadn't seen any pictures from us. And I never really thought about it, but I didn't take a single picture with my phone.
Same.
We had said
Yeah.
whenever we were driving home and flying home that night, Liam had text saying we never got our yearly picture of
Yeah,
all
our
that
annual
together.
group photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we
And
didn't.
I was like, yeah, you're right. And I know like people have their cameras out and some people are videoing for channels or whatever. And it's like my focus is solely on the actual convention and the people themselves. So I didn't even take one single picture the whole weekend.
I find this though, whenever I go to a con, like, I always think about taking pictures from Instagram, just updating stories,
Yeah.
tell where I'm there. But half the time I forget, and I'm enjoying the
Mhm.
con that much,
Yeah.
where I'm talking to artists and doing bits and pieces, getting commissions. I'm not really worried about taking photos, and then I sometimes get them, but then I post all what I've got afterwards because that's what you're going for. You know,
I did see loads of people who like getting like some art done or sketches done, and maybe they're posing with the page with the artist as well. No, like I just thought like that's cool, and I get that, and I could do that too. But it doesn't enter my mind. It's like say you're just too busy, too focused on getting the goods that you don't really think about. Or certainly I don't think about getting a picture taken.
I think for me, it's such a great experience. And I love going there every single year, and I just want to be as present as possible. And I don't want to feel like, because there were a lot of Instagram, YouTube influency type people there, with proper like recording setups and mics and things, walking around interviewing people. And I'm like, obviously, I don't think about. I never want to take it that far, but like even just the thought of like taking a few photos or videos for my Instagram, I don't want to get it to a point where it feels like work.
Yeah.
And like this is such like, this is like, for me, Thought Bubble is my boys' weekend. I'm with Liam, I'm with Phil, I'm with Kev, and everyone else that I've bump into along, for the whole weekend. And it's just a good laugh, and I can just kind of breathe, forget about, my normal life, and just enjoy my weekend. And I am also gutted we didn't get our yearly like little group photo. But yeah, in terms of actually like looking at the convention and taking photos of that, I just think there's going to be enough online anyway. What are my photos and videos gonna achieve that other people's aren't? So I'm just happy to just be there and just enjoy myself and get what I want out of that weekend.
This is why you'll always find I always do 3, right? And I don't even mean to do 3. I do 1 when I'm on the train waiting to go, 1 when I'm there, I've got a coffee before it opens, and then 1 miserable coming home on the train. They're my standard 3 you get every con. And I don't even realise I'm doing it half the time.
Yeah, so you've got like excited Martin, waiting Martin, sad Martin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or sad, knackered Martin because he's carrying loads of books and working the con for 6 hours in one day.
Yeah, damn.
It is hard work. I do find
It is hard.
Maybe I'm being dramatic about it, but I do find like whenever I leave the con for the day and go back to my room, I do feel like I've been out all day. Like I'm like it's not like it feels like a work, but like you enjoy it, and when you're actually out of it, it's like that was hard going. All them people managing the crowds, all the rest of it, and that's why you go have a drink. to get over
So
it.
do you guys generally all stay at the same hotels, or do you just kind of meet up, at pubs
No.
afterwards, or what's the kind of
We meet
outside
up,
of the
yeah.
festival?
Yeah, we meet up. We don't stay in the same hotels. Me, Scott, and Kev, we tend to get a shared accommodation,
Yeah.
but everyone else just sorts themselves out.
To put it bluntly, it's a hotel room to myself. No kids. Like, I love it. Like, you don't the idea of having this bed to myself where I just sprawl out, and to be quite frank, walk in the room, kick off my shoes and put my jammies on, and just like not having like daddy. So I really look forward to having the
It's a
room
dream.
to myself. Yeah. Because some of them other guys, like Peter from Triple G and James T. Keegan, who'd be friends with, like they get a room together and almost like sharing beds together. I know in the Airbnb, because I went to their Airbnb on the Saturday night, that Kev, Liam, they all have their own room. And it was a nice big flat type of thing. It was like 3 floors, wasn't there? 3 floors?
Two floors.
2 floors.
2 floors, yeah.
And it's a nice big room. But again, I mean, it'd be awkward if I was there just walking around naked in the morning, you know what I mean? It just would be...
Would it be awkward?
Well, not for me.
So you do.
It's a really small town. Like you generally speaking, most of the hotels or the Airbnbs are going to be around the convention hall itself. And as I said, there's a Weatherspoons that are dead central that everyone tends to gravitate towards in the first night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always rammed. Yeah.
I was going to say, is that mainly just the first evening that you guys kind of meet up for that, or is it every evening you're meeting up, or what's the kind of general game plan that you guys kind of go for?
So the last 2 years has pretty much been, Friday, boys, and we go drinking, right? We just go to Spoons and we just get rounds and rounds and rounds, and we get some food and we just have a good laugh, and then feeling sorry for ourselves the next day. This year it wasn't that hard. We did drink, we still did drink quite a bit, but it wasn't as much as we've done before. And then last year and this year, night 2 is, should we just get like a pizza and play a board game?
Yeah.
And it just ends up like being that. And from my perspective, that's spot on, because then,
Yeah.
I've got a big drive on the Sunday afternoon. It takes me about 5-6 hours to get home, and then so I don't prefer drinking on the second night, but it is just chill, and it's just nice, and it's just quiet, and we can just have a chat, have a laugh, and but we know plenty of other people, because the mid-con party is on the Saturday night.
Yeah.
So people who do arrive on the Saturday, that's when they're gonna have their blowout and have their kind of laugh. But we just do that on the Friday night instead.
Just on that board game night. Last year I didn't join them on that for the board and they were playing God of War. I think Kev mentioned it in one of the comments previously. I joined them this year for the Call of Duty, the God of War board game.
Yeah.
And they told me beforehand last year they didn't defeat it.
No.
This year I joined, and of course we defeated it. So I'm taking all credit.
Yeah. With a few rule changes, don't forget.
Yeah, we'll have to bend the rules slightly. It's a really fun game, but it seems quite difficult to beat, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was saying, it feels more wholesome. Sure,
4
but
hours.
What about
4 hours?
Yeah.
How many attempts to beat the tutorial?
It was not 3 just.
Yeah.
But once we beat the tutorial, we were flying. We just
that's
through.
very
It was
true.
really good. But yeah, and as well too, because obviously Kevin jokes that he's got to go to work in the morning. He's working offset the Comic-Con himself. So it's like it's good for him to have that relaxing night too. And this year's the first year I joined him for the board game, and I think I'll do that every year going forward because it was good.
Nice.
So much so that I want to buy that board game now. I'm looking at it currently.
Do it, mate. It's cheap.
It was £8 on Amazon. It's up to £10, so I'm not buying it yet. I'm going to buy it when it's £8 again.
So I take it you take the board games with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like something's provided or anything.
No, take it with me. I've got the benefit of driving up there, so I can just pack my car.
Yeah.
So do you just pick a random game each year, or is it kind of
last year it was random, but then this year it was specifically requested by Kev for me to bring it because because we lost at it last year, and he was like, "I want to win. I want to win." So yeah, I was like, "Okay, I'll bring that." I didn't take any other one. That was the game we were playing this year. But we'll see how.
I should
Go on.
caveat that win, by the way, from Kevin was like he wants to win, but he picks the weakest character and died like pretty much
Every time, yeah.
every day. He was Atreus, or was it Atreus called the character?
Mhm.
Yeah. No, it was really good. And as Kev said, they were so exciting. Lee got a nosebleed on the night.
I did
As I
indeed.
it was, yeah.
Oh man.
He's done a photo of a selfie of himself in the Discord apparently.
I've seen
Mhm.
it there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a cute guy. That's our Kev.
That's so good. I prefer the drawn one though, Kev.
Yeah, come on, Kev.
Yeah, I mean, he's had like 50 minutes. He could have put something
Yeah,
together.
Have you ever thought yourself about going down to Thought Bubble? Have you ever thought about it?
Yeah, I mean, I would have considered it the last couple of years, but I've just had other things kind of come up. It's not even really a financial thing. It's just timing a lot of the time. Like I'll be, other things kind of lined up with it. It's so close to like my birthday as well that like there's usually something that's kind of planned around that kind of week.
Well, next year, plan Thought Bubble for your birthday.
Yeah.
Easy peasy, double win.
And just
Don't
bring all
worry,
your
G.
family down if you need to, so they could just do things in Harrogate.
Yeah.
I have the same problem, G. Don't worry. Is every year they are that inconsiderate. They keep booking Thought Bubble on my wedding anniversary, so which is really annoying.
But why did you have
Forget
your
about
wedding?
anniversary for 1 year?
Yeah. You should got married on a different day, Martin.
Yeah,
It's all
why
your
did you
fault.
have your wedding on Thought Bubble weekend? Like,
I'm not arguing with the wife. That's just and then as I go to the States every 2 years, and I didn't even think when I booked it that Thought Bubble would be over that period as well. So I'm like, I'm going on the 7th next year, so I'm out for 2 weeks. The 2 weeks, I bet you it's going to be booked for.
yeah,
I
it's
bet
always
booked
like
the day I fly.
The second
it's always
Saturday
the second
usually.
weekend. Yeah, yeah.
I unfortunately might need to miss next year's one. I've already broken the sad news to the blokes. Purely because I'm going to San Diego. Now San Diego's in July, but it's more a course of like funds, and having the money right for because I think I book Thought Bubble, like the flights and the hotel. I think I booked them around March. It's usually around March they announce it. They announce the exact weekend, and then that's when you start buying your tickets and all the rest of it. So it'll be March before I can think about booking it. Yeah, so next year, the second weekend, technically it's the 7th and 8th, but probably the 14th and 15th. So the second full weekend.
Yeah.
But I'm on the San Diego Comic Con in July, so I might need to miss next year, unfortunately. So whatever board game you don't beat next year, I'll help you the year after.
Okay, deal.
See, I'm trying to arrange going to Boston Fan Expo
Oh,
next August. That's what I'm going to try and do.
that'd be good.
The wife wants to go to Salem, so I'm like 2 birds with 1 stone here. If we do it over Fan Expo weekend, I can do that, and we can do your bit as well. So see how that plans
That's
out.
the thing too. Like, I don't know much about the Fan Expo thing. I've heard of it, but the San Diego Comic Con and Thought Bubble, I just imagine are completely different scales of what they expect. Now, I've watched a few videos on YouTube last week of San Diego, and as Martin was saying, he likes to spend a lot of time in Artist Alley. And by the looks of the videos, I think that's where I want to spend my time in. Like, yeah, it's good seeing all the other stuff, and if you manage to get into one of the halls where they're announcing like the new Avengers movie or something, great. But the Artist Alley, I think, is where I'm going to try and spend most of my time. And that does, by the videos I've watched, it looks like Thought Bubble, like the same idea of all these different booths and stuff lined up, and the people will chat to you and do commissions and sketches and stuff. So, yeah. So basically, Thought Bubble is like one make Artist Alley.
I'd love to do New York Comic Con 1 year.
Yeah, that'll be on my to-do list as well at some point.
Let me
Got
know.
a lot more people to deal with at those bigger cons, though.
I know. I'm more.
Yes.
So the way you get San Diego Comic Con, you have to enter a raffle to get like a chance to buy a ticket. So I'm 40 next year, and I don't like it. I'm only like 32 at the most. Because I'm 40 next year, my wife wanted to go to San Diego for me, like, and so she obviously done all the planning, got herself signed up, whatever, and the tickets went on sale on the weekend I was away to Thought Bubble, and she managed to get the tickets, but she was hoping to keep it a secret, but she couldn't because I need to plan like a family holiday around it type of thing. But the minute she told me, I was like, I could feel the anxiety, just like thousands of people crammed in their room, all smell like BO. It's gonna be fun.
You'll love it, mate. You'll
yeah,
love
I
it.
think I will too as well. Yeah. Funny enough, actually, Thought Bubble doesn't smell like BO. I don't think I smelled one person's body odor that whole weekend. Which usually, like, you think, smelly, sweaty nerds, you would think you would get a lot of it, but you don't.
MCM does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can confirm MCM does. Doesn't matter what MCM you go to.
Yeah. It's usually around maybe sort of 12 o'clock, 11, 12 o'clock. That's when the cosplayers all start to hum a little bit. And you're like,
Yeah.
To be fair, there's not much you can do if you're in like a full armor suit or something and you're in that many people.
you can. It's called links. You know what I mean? It's called. Take a can with you. Give yourself a little douse. Think of everyone around you.
Yeah.
I don't want to smell it. Spray yourself up.
Love that. Love that.
Con tips.
On tips.
Fair enough.
Shall we get to some pickups or?
Yeah, so the plan was to kind of go through general pickups and then go through any kind of commissions and stuff kind of separately.
Yeah, cool.
So we'll maybe just kind of go through one person at a time, and you can kind of go through however much stuff you've kind of got. Did you want to go first, Phil? You seem keen.
Yeah, I can go first, no problem. So one thing it's probably maybe one of the negatives about Thought Bubble is sometimes they could price their books quite expensive. I read a volume 1 of The Bird King from Crom, I think his name is.
Yeah.
And I intended to buy the books this year, volumes 2 and 3, as well as The Raiders, but he was charging £25 for them. And I thought, you know what? I looked on Amazon, they were like £13 each. So I just thought I'm going to hold off buying from him. You know, like I like the bloke. It's nice, but I need to think of my own wallet sometimes. So on that weekend, I ordered volumes 2, 3, and I think a spin-off of The Raiders. Have you not read The Bird King, by the way? I think you should.
Is it good?
Oh yeah, I think you'd like it, Scott. The art's the art's very how do you describe the art? It's more.
Show me.
Oh yeah, I could show you.
There's a camera in front of you.
I bag my stuff. So first of all, there's the Bird King himself. So it's like a kind of high fantasy type of thing about kingdoms and all the rest of it, and like the art, it's hard to describe. It would be something I would be drawn to, but generally speaking, this book is great. It's genuinely really good. Well, the first one was anyway.
It looks almost like Scott Pilgrim sort of style.
Yeah, I was thinking that kind of yeah, but no, it's really good. I'm looking forward to getting into it. There, chapter 4, which is the final chapter, is coming out next year, I think. And they're not single issues, I don't think. Anyway, I think it's only
trade only.
Yeah, so you can't get the singles. So I picked them up on Amazon because I wanted them, and unfortunately, like I said, I didn't want to pay crumbs prices and have to pay that money. It would be nice to have them signed, for example, but I just didn't want to pay that on the day because that would have been 3 books at 25 or something. So Ryan has just confirmed the Crumb reckons it'll be another couple of years. Is that for the? Oh, that's the hardcover, probably the collected edition for that. Maybe. Is he talking about? But yeah, Adventure Time. The art looks like Adventure Time, and it's really good. I'd recommend it.
I've literally just added it to my basket.
Nice.
I've
So,
just saved it to my Amazon wish list.
I think you'll enjoy it, Scott, honestly. This here I know nothing about. This is something I walked past. And at this point, it was on the Sunday that Liam and Scott had left. And I seen this book. I wonder if Liam got it, called Outbreaks. And
No, I didn't get it.
well, it just I was drawn to it because Liam likes zombies, and I went over to it, and it looks a bit strange and creepy, but it's a horror anthology.
Yeah, I've been stung by anthologies in the past, so I didn't go for that one.
See, this
Guy
is
in the
what
front
I'm
kind of
looking
looks like a creepy Willy Wonka or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the well, I can't remember how to describe it to me. So he mashes different genres. So there's horror, obviously, and body horror, but there's comedy in there too. I think it's a dark comedy, he described it as. Yeah, 60-page dark comedy about two guys locked in the drunk tank at the beginning of the zombie apocalypse. So I'm expecting, I don't know, gore and all the rest of it, but a bit of comedy. But the guy is called Will Robson, who says here he's done Marvel Zombies, Spider-Man and Deadpool, Batman Urban Legends, TMNT, and many more. But I don't recall the name. He was an English chap. Like he wasn't part of like the main room. He was in that kind of the Bubble Boy room they call it, which is like a lot more independent guys. But yeah, that was one I picked up. I'll check it out and I'll let Liam know how good it was and how sad he should be because he missed out on it.
I'm going to quickly nip to grab my stuff, but just continue, Phil.
Yeah, all right. The other things I picked up, which wasn't Thought Bubble-ish, but Forbidden Planet had a stall. I know Liam rummaged through it at one point, but on the Sunday, I went back to it myself, and they were selling deluxe hardcovers at like stupidly cheap. So Adam from Comic Bound, if you remember Adam, he gifted me, came to Belfast, and he gifted me book 1 of Sin City. And I wanted to pick up the rest. I think there's 6 in total. They're all quite expensive.
Yeah.
But luckily, for Forbidden Planet had book 2 and book 3 for £30, which I thought like that's
good
cheap.
price.
What?
That's
Each?
really cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, £30 each. Yeah. So,
Right.
but
That's
again,
awesome.
you don't get them
Wow.
for that price ever.
No.
And I couldn't say no to it. And yeah, they made my backpack heavier on the way home. But sure, for £30 for book 2, and then the same for book 3. Now I'm halfway there in the entire series. So I want to get, and they all have like little art. I haven't opened them yet. Like a little art kind of picture in it. So again, they're usually around £70, I think, to buy brand
I was
new.
going to say Dark Horse is relatively cheap if it's like a standard oversized hardcover, but if it comes
Yeah.
with like a slipcase and an extra like drawing and stuff, like you'd expect a premium.
Yeah,
They're
what's
on par with the absolutes.
yeah,
They are.
but that's me for
And so-
£30. I couldn't say no at £30, so I nabbed them.
That's a great
Um,
deal. Phil, there's 7 of
I
them.
just have
sadly.
3 more to get, I think.
4, mate.
Yeah. Oh, 4
Just
or
hope the
7
one's
total?
not ridiculously hard to find.
7.
Oh, well, maybe next year Thought Bubble will have them that are half price, and it'll be quite nice.
Was it not spell out Sin City across the spines or something?
Across
Don't
the
tell me
front
that.
covers.
Does it? Does it actually?
Yeah, on the front covers. If you put the front covers all up against each other, it spells Sin City.
Oh yeah, I can
might-
see it now. I can see the N on that one. Yeah.
I was going to
Oh,
say, you
that's
might have enough to spell sin.
Yeah.
I can spell sin. So as well as Forbidden Planet, there is
Traveling.
the Traveling Man. I'm sure you've maybe heard their website before, and they sell books. I think reasonably priced. Again, they're not full RRP, but they're not like heavily discounted. But they had the knives. So I haven't read it yet, or I haven't picked it up yet. It's for the Criminal series. So of course,
Is that standard sized or oversized?
standard size, which I don't mind. I quite like a standard size hardcover now because before we went live, Martin was talking about the big books, and a book this size is actually a delight to read in bed. You know,
I just wondered because when they released Cruel Summer, it was oversized, even though it wasn't technically a Criminal Deluxe. So I just wondered if they'd done that one oversized or not.
I think
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
moving to this standard format now, aren't they?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Cruel
yeah.
Summer is oversized. Yeah, you're right. So this is the standard size. So
I
next to
keep
the
holding off, but I think I'm going to have to just bite the bullet on some of these things. I still haven't read
Yeah.
any Reckless. That's like 5 volumes I need to read.
I was going to say Reckless won't be getting. I think Reckless books they won't be getting an oversized. I think he said that last year. I think I asked him that last year. Will there be like a collector edition for Reckless? I don't think
mean,
there's going to be.
But
He
then I
likes the
feel they're
format.
saying that because they want you to buy the format that they've done. But anyway,
I don't know. I do find that, as Martin said, they've kind of fallen into this. This is their preferred format. I think they like that themselves, and I don't think they want to deviate from that.
I mean, I get the logic. Like, if they can get rid of paperbacks and they can get rid of like super deluxes and they can just have one format they print, it's got to be cheaper for them than having like 3 formats to pump out.
And you think now we're not talking just a couple of times they've done this. You've got Reckless, you've got Night Fever, you've got Knives, and a couple of others they've done.
Yeah, they're all the same. Yeah,
We're coming up to like 10 now, nearly, where they're doing the
Yeah.
same format. This is if you
the
want
only
their
thing is,
stuff.
I think Pulp got a different edition, didn't it?
Pulp got like an artist edition type
Yeah.
thing after they said that they were switching to this
Yeah.
new format. And what was it? My only hero is Heroes or Junkies or whatever it was. That was like a standard hardcover got put in the Criminal Deluxe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to think about too, like, what's the book that Scott, you like that? Is it Kill or Be Killed? And I know,
Yeah.
Scott, you were after the hardcover for a long time, and then they brought out the compendium. And I think, generally speaking, compendiums are a lot cheaper for them to produce, and they will still sell really well. So I just don't think they're going to put too much effort into getting their current books in like a big format anymore, where they know they can make money by giving us the kind of standard size stuff. She says,
What are the margins like on that?
sign there, by the way? Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm Sean Phillips. What were we asking there? Sorry, G.
What are the margins like on the art? Like, because normally they've got quite big margins around. Their art.
Yeah. Do you mean margins, like in the gaps between the pages?
As in, the white around it. Yeah,
they do. They all have a white border, to be fair. Again, I think that's standard now in their books, generally speaking.
Just if they've made the margins smaller than they normally do, then it might compensate for the book size difference, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but no, I don't. I think no, it just looks normal to me, but I don't know what. I can't think what the previous one was. But I'm looking forward to reading it because I think I've read all of Criminal, to be fair, and I would like to finish that last bit. What else have I got to show you? One more book. I'll show you this book. Scott could have went first, but I'm going to go first, and it's just funny because we are the Power Pals, which is written by Dwayne Murray, art by Ahmed Rafat, and Rob Jones. All 3 were there on the day, and the first 100 people got the exclusive book plate, which I got, and I was the first number 1 of 100, baby.
Oh,
1 of 100. Scott's like number 2 or something.
2.
So yeah, really looking forward to reading that. To be fair, I can't tell too much about it. I think it's like 2 retired actors who.
No, so it was 2 people trying to make a TV show, and it got cancelled after episode 3. So then they wanted to continue doing stuff, and they ended up stumbling into being accidental, superheroes.
Yeah, really looking forward. It looks great. It looks
fun.
It's a bit daft, but I think it's something I'm going to enjoy. So other than some, we'll show this too. Got some single issues from Jacob Phillips, who this is what I was talking about earlier on. Everything Dead or Dying. So he assigned them all 3. It's issues 1, 2, and 3. Issue 3 only came out this Wednesday, but he actually bought it last week, so I was ahead of the times,
Nice.
So that was a very hot book for a while. Issue number 1, hard to get, and that's the first print. So I'm glad to have it too, in case it ever becomes a TV show and I get it here. I'll get sold, signed by the author himself.
So who's the writer on that? Who's the writer on that?
The writer? Oh, it's Tate Brombal. I think he done Behemoth or something. Behold or something. Like a horror book.
A Boom Studios book.
Might be the Boom Studios book. Actually, I'll tell you what. I've actually got it right behind me. I do. Behold Behemoth, Boom Studios, Tate Bromble. Yeah. So looking forward to reading that. And that here endeth my pickups. And as Scott was saying, like that's not as much. Other than those two big hardcovers, which I didn't intend to buy till the last day when I seen them. Like I didn't buy that much that over the whole weekend, and I didn't intend to. It felt nice, having a light bill at the end of it, I suppose.
Nice selection though.
Yeah, bit of everything. I'm delighted. I wish I had looked, not got more of the indie stuff, but I find it quite daunting at times that like you're trying to pick stuff from the indie creators and you just don't know what you should get over this and over that type of thing. So the one I picked up there, the Outbreaks one, was just like completely random. I seen it, I liked it, and bought it. And maybe that should be my tack for next year. See it, like it, buy it, and not dwell too much on what should
Move on.
you should get over something else, you know.
Cool. Who's up next?
Well, Scott was number 2 after me in that book, so maybe Scott's number 2.
Okay, let's do that then. All right. Hello,
number
everyone.
2.
Here's number 2. It's me. So I'm trying to think what kind of order to do this in. I'm trying to should I just do it in the order that I got the signatures and stuff like that? But they all kind of coincide with the signatures and then what I bought as well. So so let's start with Stephanie Phillips. So I really like Kieran Gillen and Stephanie Phillips Stephanie Hand, as a team. And I was gunning to go and see Stephanie Hand's first. So I took my Forbidden Planet exclusive 5th printing cover of Die Issue 1. Yes, all of these were previously signed by Kieran, so it was just to get them double signed by Stephanie as well. So got that one done. And then they also worked on We Call Them Giants as well. Which is a fun story. Kieran did a little drawing in there as well, and she signed it, and she saw that. Oh, Phil, did you miss that one?
I didn't bring it. I didn't think about that.
Oh, unlucky. Never mind. I guess I'm number 1 in getting these both signed.
Okay.
But what was funny when she opened this one, she saw this. She goes, Kieran always likes to do his little silly drawings and stuff like that, and she was like, she just signed that, and then couldn't say no to taking this with me as well, and she done this in a really nice white sort of pen and drew the main character as well in there. So that was really cool. That was really nice.
Is that the complete run?
Yeah, the whole story, 20 issues, that whole run is. And then I decided, I knew I was going to, because that same week they released Die Loaded issue 1. So they're doing a new 12-issue series to continue the Die stuff. So I bought, this is cover A, and then they had these two other covers. This is cover C. So this is, again, Stephanie Hand's art. And then we have a Peach Momoko cover, which is cover B. They do have a Virgin version of this, which is the 1 in 50 ratio. But it looks really nice. Looks really cool. So I will read this first issue, but then I'm probably gonna wait for the trades and I'll get them. But someone in the queue in front of me asked Kieran, is this going to be collected in hardcover as well? And he was like, honestly, I don't know, because it's only going to be 12 issues. He doesn't know if it's going to be worth getting it printed in hardcover and things like that. So based on hearing that, I'm going to just get the trades, which will either be, I'm assuming, 3 4-issue books or 2 6-issue books. I'm hoping the latter. So that was everything with Stephanie Hands. And then I think Phil and I had different reasons why we wanted to see Dwayne Murray. You were very excited to pick up the Power Pals book, but I was very excited because I had read Better Place, which was done by him and Sean Daly. It was an absolute emotional bombshell this book is, and but in like the best way. It's a very heartwarming story, and I told him that, I was like, this kind of like broke me a bit at the end, but in a very like much needed and sad way. But it was stunningly written. It hits all these different notes. It's all very family orientated, and it was just fantastic. So managed to sign that for me, and he said, Scott, a better place is where you make it. And I thought that was quite sweet. And then and then I was like, oh, okay, so tell me about the Power Pals. And he told me about that. And then he was like, yeah, we're giving away this book plate as well. And I didn't know at this point that Phil was number one. So I was like, oh damn, number two. I wonder who number one is. And then later on, when I found out it was Phil, I was like, bloody Phil. I think I could have taken it if it was anyone else. but no, yeah. But he was
about Wayne Murray. Sorry, Scott. So I haven't read that book, but I own it because you recommended it to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring it because if I had got it signed, I would have had to like make something. Oh, I really enjoyed this book when I haven't read it.
Yeah.
And so when I was talking to him, he's a lovely bloke, by the way. Dwayne Murray, I think he's Canadian, so he comes from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something along the lines to me that he wasn't sure if anyone would know who he was. And me being played, like, what you wrote the Better Place book? Oh, so you've read it? I was like, no, but my friend Scott has read it. I was like blabbing about like my friend Scott read this book and how it's all emotional. Like, so I was like telling Dwayne about my friend's experience.
Oh, that's so
ridiculous. Like, but
wow.
Yeah, lovely.
Has everyone else read it? I've read it. Better Place.
No,
It's just me and Scott.
Yeah.
But he is an absolute lovely fellow.
Yeah, absolute gent. Yeah, really nice guy. Really humble as well. Really, just really down to earth. Really, really good guy. And then I went to go and see Cy Spurrier because last year I bought 4 different covers of issue 1 of his Flash book, and for some reason I only took 1 cover with me, so I had like this regret. I was like, I can't believe I forgot to take those other covers. So I managed to complete that by just getting just the cover A signed. It's just up there, quite hard to see there. And then I had this one done. Which cover is this?
Dan Mora.
Oh yeah, Dan Mora. That's probably my favorite one, to be honest. That's so cool. And then like the little chibi variant by Rose Besh. Yeah. So yeah, I got all them signed. And then on the back of that, then I know his 4th volume had just been released, so bought that too, and he managed to put a little scribble in there just saying thanks. And we had a good chat, to be honest. And what I wanted to know from him was, I know that this run hasn't been the most well received in terms of Flash and him writing it and stuff, and I wanted to know his perspective on that. And I was like, how now that you've finished your 24 issues, how has it been in hindsight? And he told me that he was only originally commissioned to do 12. So he did those 12, and then when he was close to finishing them, DC kind of went, no, 24, please, which then kind of put him on a bit of a back foot, because he said he had to kind of unpick the ending that he was writing into the end of like volume 2, and then which kind of meant that volume 3 wasn't as great. And I've read volume 3, and I can say it wasn't as great as volume 1 and 2, and even he acknowledged that. He was like, it was just some sort of like bridge that he was writing to get to the new ending he was going for. So he said he's a lot happier with how volume 4 has come out. So based on that, I'm looking forward to reading this, but then at the same time, I'm looking forward to getting onto the it's Mark Waid, isn't it? He's jumped onto it now, isn't it? Back onto it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes and how he maybe continues what Cy Spurrier has built. Maybe not like the hard sci-fi side of things, but definitely in terms of the new characters he's introduced and how he's developed, like Jay and Irie and their powers and things. I'm looking forward to seeing how they kind of evolve and grow from there. So yeah, those are other things I picked up there.
See, just
Yeah, I've
on
only
that
read the
back
first.
run there, sorry. Cy Spur, was he after Jeremy Adams, or was there someone else in between?
Um,
Jeremy
No,
Adams was the last one.
yeah, he
So
was
Jeremy
next.
Adams
Yeah,
and Cy Spurrier, and now it's Mark Wade. Okay.
Just a fun fact, just on the topic of Flash, right?
Flash
I
fact.
found out who was actually offered the role of taking on Flash after Jeremy Adams, but he turned
Yeah.
it down.
Who?
Scott
Chip
Snyder.
Zdarsky.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Yeah, because I asked
That'd
him
be-
when I spoke to him at MCM, I said, "What other DC character would you love to write?" He went, "Well, I was offered Flash." He went, "But the problem is," he went, "I couldn't think of any story that I felt would really go with the character."
Wow,
He went, so I had to turn it down.
man.
Oh,
Man.
What's Chip Zdarsky doing now? He was on Batman. Is he back at Marvel exclusive again, or is he?
I don't know what he's doing now. I know he's not writing Batman anymore.
Yeah.
It wasn't well received.
Good.
The last signatures I got, and I'll go quickly onto what I picked up then as well. Obviously, Kev was there, so I went and got his both of his covers of Sayonara Senorita signed by him, and then the cover drawn by Andy Taylor as well, Andy Clark, sorry. And that was signed by him because their stalls are right next to each other, so that was very convenient. So I'm like, hello, nice to see you. And it was fantastic meeting Andy as well for the first time. Like I know he's in the Discord that we have, but yeah, it was great to meet him and his partner for the first time as well. They're lovely guys. Okay, so over to my actual pickups. If you know who I am, you'll know why I picked this up. Yeah, it's a Power
That's
Rangers variant. Darkest Hour issue 114 by Erica Durso. That's her name. And I walked past this about 4 times and I was like, no one's picked it up yet. I'm going to get it. And yeah, so you can just see your signature just down there. Yeah, this was like the very first thing on Sunday morning that I picked that up. And she wasn't even like ready yet. And I just went up to her stall. I was like, can I get that? And she was like, yeah, okay. And just like, I think she was like, I don't know, tired, just waking up. So just like, I didn't talk to her. It was just, can I buy this? Yes. Do you want it signed? Yes. Okay, thanks. Bye. And then that was it. So yeah, so I managed to get that. And then
Was it the only one there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I honestly, personally, don't know why people didn't get it, but lucky me. So right, going into the actual indie stuff now. I've only got 4 things to show, so it shouldn't take too much time. First things first is a book called Candles. By Lyndon White. Is this Blue Fox as well? No. Cast Iron. And you said Casteron then. Cast Iron Books. Lovely couple. We've seen them plenty of times in Thought Bubble over the years. And I said that my goal this year, I wanted to find something that's kind of full of magic and a bit of fantasy. And I went up to them and I told them this, and they went, buy this. And so it's one of those books which has a map at the very beginning, so that's kind of nice. They give me a bookmark to advertise some other books they're doing. That's a very big signature, isn't it? Like, yeah, that was done at the time. It's just a little rabbit in the woods with their signature there. And like art wise, it's really nice. And it's very, when it comes to the magic side of things, I'm trying to see if I can get onto a page. It kind of goes in. It's very fluid. You can kind of see the motions of it all. There's a little bit there, but there's various different types of magic, and it's definitely something that I'm into, and I'm looking forward to reading this, because it's kind of like, when I think of what my perfect book would be if I was going to write a book, it would kind of be very magic focused with probably a splash of Game of Thrones thrown in, that sort of vibe. So that's Candles. I'm really looking forward to getting that. That's probably going to be the first book I read out of this whole pile. This book, not really much to tell about why I bought this. We walked past this. Liam went, "Ooh, that cover looks like a bit of you." And I went, "Okay, I'll buy it." So I did. I have no idea what it's about. Literally none. I just picked, Liam said, "This cover looks like you." I was like, "Okay, I'll get it." Yeah, it's the first paragraph of the synopsis here says, "The future. AI and algorithm influence has become prevalent. Humans are groomed to be usefully applied by the mega corporations that control Earth. Some choose to work on new colonies off-world. Most of the time they spend as drop-ins, suspended in digital environment. They lived out intricate artificial lives, are entertained, socialized with AIs, and undergo occupational training until they're woken up." So yeah, sounds kind of cool. Are you living two different lives? Very, very sci-fi, and I like that as well.
Sounds like a
The
bit of
next-
me, that does.
Yeah. Kit Anderson is the writer of that, so I don't know if you can find that online from Avery Hill Publishing.
What's it called again?
Second Shift.
Second Shift.
Yeah.
Avery Hill Publishing, that's one that Rich from Comics versus the World always speaks highly of.
Is it?
I think he gets a lot of their books, and Chris from Off My
Mm.
Shelf too. He gets a lot from that Avery Hill.
Right. Nice.
Awesome.
This next one is called Bad Luck. This is a hardcover. They were selling a paperback version, but this was just £2 more. I was like, I'm going to get the hardcover. It's quite thin, not a massive book, just this little, just one issue sort of thing. And again, I don't really know what it's about. I just liked how it looked. And again, little map at the start. There's a theme. He's called Carl Richardson, and it just seems to be orcs that ride dinosaurs and they fight each other loads. Sounds pretty cool. So this was a Kickstarter book, and then issue 2 or book 2, however you want to call it, is coming out soon. So I'm following him on Kickstarter now, ready to get that. But I will read this first before I back that. But then he said after his first one was released, there were a few people that were confused about some of the lore that was introduced into the story, and there wasn't much context to it. So he created a guide as well. I'm not too sure about that. He created this little guide to cover some of those points that were kind of like overlooked in that first book. But I guess it's all a learning experience, isn't it, for anyone creating. And if you're going to make a book for the first time, you are going to, miss some points maybe if you are trying to build a big world. And so that's what he did. So he sold this to me for an extra couple of pounds on top of it. And so hopefully I'll have the whole experience doing this, and then I'll be set up for book 2 when it comes out then.
I was eyeing that up as well, but I was hoping that hardcover was like the complete collection, so to speak.
Right.
It does look fantastic. And as Andy's saying, there orcs that ride dinosaurs and fight a lot. Sold.
Yeah, I'm in. What do I say?
I mean, the art looks really bright and fun. So
yeah, it does. Yeah. It kind of gives me it's like a Middle West type of vibe. That sort of like pointy drawings. I don't know, but that's what it reminds me of, that sort of style. The last one then, I picked this up purely because at the back on the synopsis it says Celtic folklore and modern moxie collide as an ancient pact between worlds is broken. And it talks about like fairy magic and it's all set on the Isle of Man as well. So it's kind of UK basis, and and again, looks quite good. A bit gloomy, a bit dark, but looks really fun. I like my folklore sort of things, and mythologies and legends and stuff. So and that was the last thing I picked up, and that's it. And then I had a 6-hour drive home, which was great. But that's everything that I got from Thought Bubble. I didn't get any commissions. I'm much more of a signature kind of guy, and just pick up some books and then I'm happy.
Fair enough. We've got a couple of questions for you from the kind of chat. They were asking if you've read Coda.
From Siberia? No, not yet. It's on my list. I want to.
They're speaking quite highly of it. I remember reading it a little while ago, and I was kind of middling about it. I didn't think it was a bad book, but it wasn't the kind of thing that I was like, it's the best thing ever.
Okay.
I find that's how I feel about Siberia books in general, because you kind of get thrown into a world a lot of the time, and it takes a little bit to kind of get into the groove of what he's he's doing. But I enjoy them for what they are. It's just not my favorite writer personally.
Yeah, I think reading the Flash is definitely my first experience of reading anything from Cy Spurrier. Like, I'm also interested in Step by Bloody Step, but I know that is there just no dialogue in that book? That's what I've heard. It's just a very
I don't know.
You just follow the art of that book.
I started the Flash run. I think I read the first 2 trades of the Flash run and got as far as like when he starts stepping out of the world into alternate worlds type thing.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that concept, but I'm not as into the sci-fi elements that he's kind of went with.
Yeah. I think if you're going to continue reading his stuff with the Flash, probably I haven't read volume 4 yet, but if I was going to do it, I would read volume 3 and 4 together, because volume 3 feels detached from the first 2. So maybe do them 2 together to kind of get
do
that
it as a kind of chunk.
Yeah, that's what I'd recommend, I think.
And you can kind of immerse yourself more in his mindset more.
Yeah.
I've heard he gets a lot of praise for his Constantine run.
Yes. I was stood next to a guy in the queue who was exactly that, absolutely gushing over his Constantine run and asking him loads of really like in-depth questions about the character and Cy's motivations to write these certain things and stuff like that. And and they had a long chat, and it was interesting just to listen to it. And they ended up having a nice photo together, and this person was mad on the Constantine stuff. So it must be. I was thinking, geez, this must be a really good series to be asking this amount of in-depth questions about it all.
Well, the last person that told me they really liked it was Matt Ryan, the one who plays Constantine.
Wow. Okay, must be good then.
I met him at MCM, and I got a issue 1 of Dead in America signed, and he loved it. I stood there for about 5-10 minutes talking to him about Constantine.
Cool.
Loves the character.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nice. But that's me done. So
Kev was asking if he signed Andy's cover as well for you.
I don't think so, mate.
Aha. I got Kev's signature on that one.
Nah.
You're number 2 again, Scott.
Oh, damn.
No, you're not.
It's fine. Kev, I'll just see you again, mate.
In August.
I think Kevin and Andy will say I'm number 1. I've got all the signed
Have you?
issues. Yeah. For the Kickstarter.
You're number 3, Scott.
Well, actually, I didn't. Am I joking? I didn't.
So good. Okay,
Number
who's
4,
next?
Scott.
Yeah.
I guess
Cool.
it's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Liam, it's you then.
Hello. I'm going to start with just a couple things that I picked up for Beth while I was there. So the Sarah Grayley, Our Super Adventure, was there. I always pick Beth a t-shirt or jumper by her because it's all cute, spooky stuff. So I got that.
Yeah. They have loads of choice as well, don't they? They had about 10 different things there? Or was it 8 different things there?
They usually about
yeah.
8, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Quite.
I think it's 3 or 4 t-shirts, 3 or 4 jumpers.
So they do have like general merch, like toys and t-shirts and stuff like that there as well then.
So Our Super Adventure do comics as well, but she's more known for her art. So she does like the t-shirts and key rings, that sort of stuff. But yeah, she does have a comic book as well.
That's cool.
I think it's called Pizza Witch. I'm not 100%. And I also got a grown-up coloring book. She likes a grown-up coloring book. The one that sold me on it was the Ghost Chilies.
Nice. Love that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a couple of things I picked up for Beth. And then onto my stuff. I've no idea what this is about, but it was free, and
that looks like
It's a lady in the lake, not
Arthurian.
the girl that looks after Excalibur.
Yeah, it's like an Arthurian legend sort of thing. Yeah, she watches the sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, it was free, and just thought I'd give that a go. It looks pretty cool. It looked a bit spooky.
Bit of you, that.
And then the next one, So I got 3 from the same creator. I think it was Caterino. Essentially, he had a whiteboard that drew me, Phil, and Scott in, and it was all, which crossover would you like to see? And it was like Lord of the Rings meets Fast and Furious, Blade Runner meets Pixar. And I did the Blade Runner meets Pixar. And he goes, so if that existed, would you read it? Yeah. If that existed, would you buy it? Yeah. And here it is.
Great sales pitch.
bereavement. And then I went to him the next day, and that one stood out to me. I've learned the last weekend that I am such an easy target. Just use something I like as a buzzword. You don't even need to know it's a buzzword for me. Like he said, this was like, imagine the Thing or Alien. I was like, I'm in. And then this was just to complete a 3 for 2 bundle he said it's like, imagine if taking a photo captured your soul. Sounded cool.
Mhm.
There was a bit of a folklore in Japan for a while to do with the idea that photography would capture your soul, and that's why they didn't want people to take photos of them.
Yeah, because there's been a few games centered around that, hasn't there?
Yeah,
Can't remember any.
I think it's Fatal Frame or something.
Yes, that's the one. Badgered issue 5. I got issues 1 to 4 last year. Really enjoyed it. So I spoke to Oliver, who signed it for me. And yeah, just had to get issue 5 to complete the series. So I'm looking forward to reading that. And next, we have Goblins. Used for target practice by the King's Guard, as toys by trolls and toothpicks by dragons, these goblins will have to think of ever more ingenious plans to survive their dark destiny and the troubles that lay ahead. Good luck with that. So it just sounds like, I think he said it's an anthology book about goblins getting into all sorts of shenanigans. Sounded fun.
Sounds
And
like a fun read.
Yeah, I can't wait to read it.
I take it they fail a lot, because that's the kind of gist I get.
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean,
there
there were 3 volumes, so I just picked up volume 1, but that's the sort of gist I'm getting, just goblins being...
I think the
Goblins?
punchline on the front of the book: "Lean green dime machines." That
Yeah. And then, so Scott was talking about Lyndon White earlier. I got Sparks. Again, going back to me being an easy target for buzzwords, it wasn't even the synopsis that sold this for me. It was one of the reviews on the back. It's the perfect kind of contemplative experience I could see showing my son before bedtime. And I was like, I'm a new dad. Like, that just hit me right in the heart. And he signed that for me as well. And he drew a little Sparks.
Ah.
And that one is Blue Fox Comic. And
Yeah.
it looks cute as fuck.
And they were selling that wee figure too, weren't they? Had a
I don't
Yeah,
think
they
they were
were.
selling it. I think they
Oh,
were
did they
just.
not?
I think they just had it on the table as
Oh,
like a.
Ah.
they should
decorative
sell
piece.
that. They should market that.
But it's about a little robot who's afraid of the dark, and it's just cute. And I can't wait to share that with Nolan one day. And then on to my last 3 pickups was the Forbidden Planet store, I believe. Me and Scott met the creators of this a few years ago.
I think it was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And Scott said once he'd finished reading it, I could then borrow it and read it myself. But, you know, Scott's alphabetical system, he hasn't got out of B yet.
I'm getting there.
So I was happy to find that. And I think it was 3 graphic novels or trade paperbacks for £10. So I was happy to find that in their like bargain bin, essentially. And on Scott's recommendation, I got Volume 1 of Crossover. And the first time I've bought a Marvel book from Thought Bubble, I got Marvel Zombies. And then I think the only thing, oh no, I've got 2 things to show off because I got a £1 commission.
Oh yeah.
Essentially, it was pay £1 and I'll draw a Pokemon from memory. And I asked for Bulbasaur, and I got a very bulby Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
And then finally, the 45 minutes of waiting for that signature right there from Danny, as this
Right.
is the Danny's variant cover of Nice House by the Sea, and I got Tynan's and Martinez Bueno's signatures last year.
Cool.
So the full set.
And you got them
I
all in
have-
gold.
All in gold, although Danny did, I don't know if you can really tell, the DA is silver, then gold over the top.
Yeah.
You can't really tell.
She was hungover. She obviously didn't. She wasn't thinking straight.
yeah. I did also get Kev's book signed, as we've already said. I got both signatures on Andy's variant.
Oh, all right.
See, what I find interesting of all the indie creators is there's so much to choose from, and I actually find instead of buying the books, I'm like, some of them had QR codes for their Instagram, for example, and they just like taking like photographs of their name, so they've with the intention to come back at some point.
Yeah,
like that Sparks book, I should have got that book, to be fair. And the one Scott had there too, bad luck. They're 2 books I should have grabbed, but I will endeavor. I think they're both British based creators.
Yeah.
So I should be able to pick them up easy enough.
I reckon if
Instagram
you
or
just
their
reach out to
website
them
or
and
something.
message
Yeah,
them,
that's
then
it,
you
just get in touch. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Sparks is Blue Fox Comics, so you should be be
Yeah.
pretty easy for you to get that.
Yeah. Excellent.
Cool.
Nice.
Did
Yeah,
you have
well done.
anything? Is that everything? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm Odin.
Yeah, cool. Martin, did you have anything you want to show at all that you've kind of picked up
Uh,
recently, like
I've-
indie stuff or anything?
No, I've not really. I've only got like regular stuff that I've been buying. I didn't go Thought Bubble, so I've not got anything
Yeah,
sort
cool.
of.
That's fine. I just figured I'd ask. And
I'm
Phil,
straight
you've
up-
still
I'm-
got commission to show, right?
I've got some commissions. I got some commissions from Thought
You
Bubble
got some
as
commissions
well.
to show.
So yeah, I've got some commissions.
From
Okay.
Thought Bubble.
Yeah.
How do you get
Okay,
them?
cool. So you've got some
What?
commissions. Phil's got commissions.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
No, none from me.
Just my Bulbasaur.
I have one of those too.
Cool. Well, before we do the commissions, then I've got a couple of things that I want to show that I've kind of picked up recently. I have showed them in like other, like Instagram or on other things, but I figured I'd show them here as well anyway. So I picked up these 2 recently. The Sun is Made of Silver, which is Angstman's book for all the comics, and it's just a really fun kind of light-hearted story. It kind of starts with these kind of 2 kids just off on their own little kind of adventure, and then it leads into this sort of main, somewhat hero character here, and it's
He made himself the hero. So is it based on himself?
I don't think so.
Alright.
It does give me kind of, and he'll probably take this as the biggest compliment, that kind of like Usagi kind of type short story vibes, where like each of these kind of is its own somewhat self-contained arc, even though it is a continuing story. So it kind of is nice, complete curve of start to finish in each issue, rather than it being that you left on some terrible kind of cliffhanger. Although there is cliffhangers at the end of the kind of issues, they're not something that you're like, oh no, if I don't get the next issue, it's kind of ruined for me. You still got the full arc in the issue, so they're really nice. And the actual single issues is like a kind of slightly harder card on the front and back as well, so they've got kind of art on the back of them as well, which is quite
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Are they easy to get here? Are they? Obviously, he's based in India. Is it? Yeah.
No, so he only typically sells them in India, and I think he went round the States visiting kind of family or something like that, and he puts some in stores there, just like in their indie kind of sections.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I got this because he had a friend that was visiting the UK, and he put a post out saying, like, if you message him while the friend's over here, the friend's got a bunch with him, and he'll kind of ship them out locally rather than paying international shipping.
Yeah.
Cool. So I got the two of them, I think, for like 20 quid or something for the two of them man shipping, which was like pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then before we get on to you guys kind of commissions, I want to kind of show the commission I got from Kev's Kickstarter. So this is the main kind of cover of his book, and me being the kind of person that I am and asking him for something a little bit more awkward in his kind of commissions, I said to him that I wanted him something done with Lilo and Stitch, and we kind of back and forth a little kind of bit, and I was like, oh, I really love the scene where Stitch is kind of running around as kind of a superhero in the movie, and he's got kind of like the bra on his head, and like running around the kind of kitchen area. Can you do a cosplay of your cover, but with stuff that they would find around the house? And then this is what he came up with.
Excellent.
That's great.
Amazing.
And I was just
love
really
it.
impressed. Like, Leo is absolutely spot on.
Yeah. That
Kev's
is
nailed
amazing.
it. Kev has nailed that. Well done.
I vaguely remember, Jay, you doing something similar for this last Kickstarter where you made him work for his commission.
Yeah. So I asked, I thought I was going a little bit easy on him with, I was like, what I want is, something similar to his last kind of "And Here You Are" character. So I was like, I want Red Hood, but I want him kind of as an older man with the beard and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of played more into Kev's kind of wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But I was like, what I want is a kind of end of days of Gotham. Everybody else is basically lost because they're just not convicted enough to actually kill and take out the bad guys. And I want Red Hood basically drawing his All Blades, the magical blades from the New 52 run, and just going back in to finish it all. And I don't have the picture here, but it was just it was absolutely awesome as well how that kind of came out.
Nice.
So yeah, really impressed. So do you want to go with Martin's commissions first, or Phil?
We'll go Martin first because he's busting it on the big screen. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Here I am. Here we go. Right. So, as G's just shown his Kickstarter ones, I thought I'd grab mine as well. So, part of Andy's Flux Volume 2 Kickstarter, I got a commission from him as well. And I've posted it on Instagram recently, but Andy was kind enough to do an Invincible. Trying to get those glare.
That's mad.
Asked him to do it in the same style as what it would be in Flux.
Yeah, because that's his style. Because like you could have shown me that picture, and you could have gone, guess who this is, and that's Andy's. That's Andy's style.
It's the face, isn't it? The face.
Yeah. And the poses.
I'm proud to own this one. I love Invincible, amazing character. So
brilliant.
That's one for the wall soon. Same with Kev. Now I've got two here for Kev because Kev obviously done one with his Kickstarter. I've not shown anyone this one yet, but Kev also done being Invincible.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll try and get the note. There we go.
It was a bit battered, but there.
Yeah, bit of battle
Gives
damage.
a kind of Superman vibes with those like 8-pack going on.
Yeah. So this is the thing with Kev. Whenever Kev does the commission for me, I always try and pick characters that really resonate with me. And really characters that stand out as my love for comics. So Invincible's one, and I've posted many before. But Kev also done a pre-Thought Bubble commission list.
Yeah.
So as soon as that come up, straight away, I DM Kev and went put me down for one slot. So he was kind enough to do me.
Nice.
Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. From like the Burnside era of New 52.
Yeah.
I love this suit. It's a unique, colourful suit, and it's just very cheeky, and
that's great.
The pink and yellow behind that is nice.
It's amazing. It just pops. So I was really pleased with that. I've not posted any of those. Now
I do like when Kev does that little kind of like rectangular kind of background on some of the commissions you guys have had. Yeah.
See, I also say I didn't go to Thought Bubble. But I watched a live stream of an artist that I really like called Alessandro Bocelli.
Yeah.
He does a lot of things with Redstars comics.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually get a lot of sketch cards from him, and I've actually picked up a commission this time around. Well, like an A5 commission, but I picked up an A5 Red Hood. I just saw that in one of his books. I thought that was amazing. So I thought, yeah, I'll have that. So I took that one. Trying to build up my original art sort of things. And as many people might have seen on my Instagram lately, I like sketch cards now, and I'm sort of trying to get people's artwork in like a smaller factor. Makes it easier to sort of keep. So Alessandro done me 3. So I've got a
Erica Slaughter. Nice.
Erica Slaughter. Yeah, a little Erica Slaughter there. And then I love Spawn as well. So he's also done me a Gunslinger Spawn and a She Spawn.
Nice.
I'm trying to get the angles. So
You must have like 2,000 sketch cards by now because you keep posting like every other day. It's like, here's like 5 new sketch cards I got. It's like
this is the thing. Like the reason I moved on to sketch cards because commissions are not cheap. You know, and getting sketch covers done all the time are very expensive, and CGC costs are ridiculous as well. And going up to the cons now and handing over sketch cards and getting little bits of art from some artists that you wouldn't normally go to. I'm building a real catalogue of different artists and different styles and stuff that fit them. And I do go back to some of the same artists because I like their stuff. Because, as I say, Alessandro really does like some real gritty characters really well. So yeah, these I've got a Spawn from him as well, which I've posted recently. So that completes the set.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
do you just keep them like that, or do you have like a folio book you keep them in? Or
I have all different folders. I've got ones dedicated to Marvel, DC, Invincible, Independent, and then I've got one for like movies and gaming and stuff. So I can really expand, and I've got a nice big couple of folders.
Nice.
So I'll just grab one to hand. I've got one here. Everything's still in boxes at the moment because I'm moving my room around. But just to give a lot of context, I get like a nice big folder. And this is my Invincible folder. So like for my
cool.
Nice.
So it's just a nice way of holding different things. Trying to separate them out, but I've got like my Atom Eve and some more Invincible and Omni-Man. I'm just trying to. I'm building them out a little bit, but like
it's
the
like
DC
having
one,
custom collectible cards. That's just really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're one of ones.
Yeah.
So you never. And the thing is, as well, unlike CGCs, that holds like what's this hold? That one folder holds
500 probably.
360 cards. 360 cards. Still think of the shelf space I'm saving. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's the mentality behind that. And I've been really lucky with some of my commissions as well because when I went to MCM, the cost I was being charged for some of my cards were anywhere between £5 to £50, depending on the artist, depending on how big the name is.
Yeah.
But like, you know, majority of cards I was paying maybe £10, £15 a commission, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that's my current haul at the moment.
Nice. So
Awesome.
that's Phil to finish up then.
Yeah. Cool. Let me get myself reorganized here. Put that at the side. So I'll show Kev's in a minute, but Kev on the day, last minute I think, 'cause he went to the art store before, like 10 minutes before the con started, to pick up a sketchbook and stuff, do some sketches on the day. And by the way, Martin, you mentioned there about £10 sketch cards. On the day, in the first day, Kevin was charging £5 for a sketch, like a quick sketch, not like the way he would do the commissions, but like a quick sketch on the day. And I had some sitting out, and he kindly just gave me one because I'm awesome and he likes me a lot. And
sorry, I didn't mean to scoff.
But this is one literally just done within a few minutes, in pencil. Also, he knows I'm a big Venom fan.
Oh, that's funny.
So like,
That's
You
cool.
just say who's that?
yeah. So on the day, that would have cost you £5. He was selling us for £5.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
For a fiver. Original art.
So delighted with that. And I'll show his commission that I got as well from his Kickstarter. I was quite easy. I just said, just give me Venom, like monster Venom, as I said. I didn't give him this all elaborate, do this and that. I was like, there we go, and this is what we
Fair
got
enough.
from him.
So good.
Which I mean, I love, I love Venom in general, but this big monster, this big brute of a Venom with the big tongue and the green bile and all the rest of it,
It's like he's
superb.
tearing out the comic.
Yeah, that's great. And there's a guy called, I don't know if you've heard of this guy, Martin. I've actually got his business card. Chris Askham. Have you ever heard of him?
I've got 2 sketch cards from him from MCM.
Yeah. Well, he was doing commissions. I think they were £20. And I went to him on the Sunday and I just said, do you have any room left? It was towards the end of the day. He says, I could squeeze one more in. I said, great. Can you do me an absolute Batman, like the big hench Batman?
Nice.
So for £20, I picked this up.
Cool.
That
And
is
again,
cool.
that's just something that knocks up in like, 15, 20 minutes or something. Yeah. And again, £20 for sketch on the day. It's really cheap.
Chris is a really good artist. He done a Green Arrow and a Daredevil for me for $5 each.
Excellent.
So yeah,
Now I feel I was overcharged. He got $5.
Oh, sketch cards. Sketch
Oh,
cards.
sketch cards. Okay.
Sketch cards. Yeah.
I should take this one out because, sorry for the noise, but I'd mentioned Jacob Phillips. So his book, Everything Dead or Dying, he advertised on his website like a few days before. He was doing blank sketch covers for £40 to pick up on the day. Again, £40 is nothing for like a well, I know he's still young, but like a well-known kind of artist. But the only problem was I haven't read the book, and you had to pick what character you wanted. So I was quickly asking people, give me a character from the book, right? So there's a character called Daisy. So he done this blank sketch of Daisy, and it's like a double page.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Also
Jacob
best
is
enough
such a
for
nice
just the front
guy.
half.
Yeah, it's a zombie book, Liam, so you might actually quite like that book. It's that was again £40.
Yeah.
It's signed by Jacob, and the girl beside him, who I felt really bad for because I didn't know who she was, turns out to be the colorist called Pip something another. And like it's like, oh yeah, this is Pip. She's the colorist. It's like, oh, nice to meet you. I had to pretend I've seen her work. It's like, oh, it looks really good. So she signed the book as well. But that's the commission from Jacob Phillips. I forgot to show this earlier as well. Sorry, it's another signature from Stephanie Hans. There to match the Kieran Gillen one from a couple of years ago of Die Number 1. And the last commission is a guy called Roger. Sorry, there's 2 commissions left. Roger Landrich. Have you ever heard of him? I think he drew the Muppets. I know
Yeah,
Pete from Triple J is a big fan. So I asked him to do Venom. And in his kind of style, a kind of cartoony.
Nice.
Yeah, that's amazing
Oh, wow.
though.
Yeah, that looks straight out of
So
a cartoon.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you should check his work because the stuff he done for the other guys all looks really good. So that'll be framed this week as well as Kevin's commission and put on the wall. And the most expensive, this is £100. And I thought at the start, like, that's really a lot of money. But in comparison to the likes of Danny and John Pearson's and a few other guys who were charging $150 plus, at £100 okay. And it's Stephanie Hans. And this is the blank variant for the new book, Loaded Number 1. And it's obviously signed by Stephanie, and this is, her commission.
That's really nice.
I did get a second one from her for my comic book shop, but I've already given it back to them. I should have held off and give it to him this week instead of last week. But he has a wall of artists doing commissions of whatever character they want, drinking a coffee cup because it's a coffee shop and a comic book shop. So he has that same character. Which the name escapes me, Scott. What's the name of this character in the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Escapes me as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Drinking a coffee cup, and I think she spent I think most of the weekend doing those 2 commissions because I think struggling a little bit with the amount of people in her queue to get stuff signed. But no, so that
Is that just markers for the cover?
I think they're those paint pens. Like there's a very kind
it
of
almost looks like watercolor.
yeah.
Well, that's her style. Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a picture. I'll put it in the Discord group for the see if the other cover she done, which is really good too. I joked because the other cover had more ink, more color. I feel like saying, well, you got your money's worth more than I got my money's worth. But no, I'm delighted with all the stuff I picked up, all the commissions. I think again, like just arriving into Comic Con and saying, "Can you draw me this? Can you draw me that?" And yep, here we go, done. And like, obviously, like they're all really good, but like I just feel like they should take longer than like 20 minutes. I would imagine if I was to draw this, and I'm not a professional artist, but that would take me like, I don't know, 2 weeks to perfect it, type of thing.
Yeah.
And they can just knock them out. It's great.
Especially because you're putting it straight onto the book, so you need to kind of get it right first time.
Oh yeah, that's true. And the thing is too, with the Jacob Phillips one, because I pre-ordered this on his website, I went to him on the Saturday morning assuming he would have it done because you've had like a week or whatever to do it.
Yeah,
like
do it
come
ahead of time.
prepared.
Yeah.
But he didn't. I said, I haven't done it yet. It's like, all right, I thought you'd have it done before you arrived. But and again,
And to be fair, Jacob's really good because I've got 2 commissions from Jacob. I've got a Batman and I've got a Green Arrow, and he done watercolors on the day, and I only a few hours time went back. He done it. You know, I love Jacob. He's such a friendly guy.
nice bloke, really nice bloke. Yeah, I like him too. But yeah, next year, if I go back next year, I'm going to get more art. I like picking up the sketches, especially when they're cheap. I think Roger Landreach, I think he was £30 for that. I say that's my price range. Stephanie Hans a bit more, but it was Stephanie Hans. I think it's the first time she's been here.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to miss out on that. So yeah, delighted.
Nice. You're gonna have a full wall of pictures.
Yeah, because I've got 2 of Kev's behind me there. You can see them. It's the Silver Surfer and the Cosmic Ghost Rider. So now I need to put this one on that wall as well. And I need to get a 4th one from Kevin at some point. I keep meaning to get off him, and then I need to find some wall space for the rest of them. But
just put on the ceiling.
Yeah, I could do that. I actually thought of that because obviously it's like an apex roof, a slanted ceiling, so I could do that. Yeah.
It's hard work, isn't it? We're always worried about shelf space as collectors, and then when you get commissioned, it's like, I got a minute, I haven't got enough wall space.
Yeah. That's the thing too, because I know people who collect sketches and put them in like an art folder and just like occasionally go and look at them. I just feel like if I'd done that, I would forget. Like I own them, and then they just don't look at that. And
well, it's kind of what I do if I get prints. Is that they just kind of end up in a folio, but I try to at least keep out the stuff that's been, hand done or commissions.
Yeah.
See, I've picked myself up a couple of folders for that reason, but my plan is to get certain ones up on the wall and then do like a cycle, like every so often go around, take them away, put them away, put new ones up, keep it fresh, keep it cycling, so I get to admire everything.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense. It's kind of like I don't have anything on the wall because it was repainted in here, but it's like I used to have the comics, the holders that you could open and keep replacing, so I could keep changing up what I had on the wall rather than it just being the same 10 comics that you see all the time.
It's a good way to do it.
Yay. But yeah, Thought Bubble's excellent. I recommend everyone go to it at least once.
I'll get there at some point.
Yeah. Definitely
Probably
go,
or don't go. You'll be there on your own.
guys, where are you all?
I'll have all the commissions.
Have you not been, Martin?
No, I've not. It's purely because I've always been away, or it's just not fell at the right time for me. This year, I didn't go this year, where we've sort of. I think we've not been on air for a while, and I didn't really think about planning it. I ended up booking a tattoo for the same bloody day, so I didn't go. But no, I want to go. It might not be next year, but I'll make sure that I'm available the year after. I'll make sure of it. As if everyone's going. They'll say they're not going at that point.
I think it's one of those ones that I think I'll always try and go every year. Like I say, next year's sketchy because I might just need funds elsewhere. But as Scott kind of mentioned earlier on, it's like his kind of boys' weekend away type of thing. It's like it does seem to be like one of the ones in the calendar. I kind of like you mark off. That's the weekend I'm in Thought Bubble, even before I book it. So I'm kind of like that mostly. I missed one year It wasn't last year; it was the year before
Yeah,
last.
2 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I hated it. I hated missing it. Like
we didn't like it either.
Yeah,
We were like, no, where's Phil?
like it really irked me. Like it's like, oh, should we go every year? But I think that year was too late in planning the flights and stuff. And that's the thing to it. If I lived on the mainland in like England or whatever, or Wales or Scotland, I suppose, like I feel like I would definitely drive to it. But because I have to fly over and like you might get flights cheaper and stuff, all the rest of it. So if I don't plan it well enough in advance.
It's a long travel though. You know, for me, it's like 5 hours
Yeah.
to get up there. You know, for me, I'd have to go into London and then get a train from London to Leeds, realistically, to make it more, you know, effective that way.
Yeah, because Scott's obviously Wales. You're the other side. You're the east of England, isn't that right?
Yeah.
So just like going up to the point of Harrogate. Yeah. Yeah. But hopefully, like I say, if not next year, more than the year after, we could all go.
Definitely.
Be there. And we'll convince Highland G, we'll convince Chris from Off My Shells, we'll convince maybe even Adam from Comic Bound, just everyone to go up. That'd be good fun.
That'd be sick.
That'd be good. I haven't heard from Chris in a while.
Yeah, he's on YouTube semi-retirement, isn't he?
His channel seems to be back up though.
It's up, yeah. That's I'm not putting any pressure on him. I'm just
neither am I. But I noticed because like I know a lot of people enjoy his content, and I've had a few people like watch live streams with him in it, and then they'll comment to me being like, "Oh, what's Chris's channel? How do I find his kind of stuff?" And for the last little while, because he's kind of been away doing other things and stuff, I was under the impression that he'd basically like shut the channel off and deleted the content, but he must have just hid it because
pretty private,
it all appeared again recently, and which is good because people really enjoy seeing it.
Yeah,
I get the pressure. Like if you're doing videos every week, it can get a bit much.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. We obviously haven't discussed it about Comic Airwaves. That I think before we went live, I said about Scott's shelves are empty because he's currently in the process of moving house. Liam has like baby stuff in his background. It's just things are just different in general. Whenever we first started doing like the book club, was kind of the height of COVID. Like there was all things weren't opened in life, and you had a lot more time in your hands, and obviously we're well out of that now, and things are just moving along fast. Babies are being born and made, and going out houses, and it's just having that kind of commitment to like a weekly show or a regular show was just harder than it used to be. And Chris, for example, is probably the same idea, that he's obviously working and has his young family too. So it's just finding these things and time to do it all. But
it is tough. I'm back to doing 12-hour days again. And you think when you're doing 12-hour shifts, and then you think, right, well, I need to hurry up and get ready because I don't finish till 8, and then you'll think, well, we'll do a show at 8:30, 9 o'clock. You're consistently trying to get into that mindset, and it is tough. It's tough to do it, which is why I was so pleased when you said about doing this on a Saturday. I thought, Christ, I'm going to get to actually sleep and prepare for it. You know what I mean? So
I'm not going to be burnt out at the start. Yeah.
But no, it's great to get back on here and chat with everybody again and see some good faces. It's nice.
Like I say, there was we've always kind of, I don't know, I've missed it. Like I do miss doing live streams and doing book reviews and doing stuff like that. But it's just trying to fit it into your life now. Whereas beforehand, you fit your life around it, but you didn't have much of a life because everything's closed.
I think it's finding a way to just do whatever you enjoy doing at your kind of pace. I think Scott was saying kind of before we kind of started a little bit that generally you want to enjoy anything that you're doing on social media. You don't want to feel like it's a job. You want to feel like it's something that you're getting fun out of. And I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's like I felt at a certain point when I was doing closer looks in like on a bundle type thing, that week or so that I was recording stuff, my life was just dedicated to that. I didn't have any other kind of free time, and you do just get really drained, especially when you got to then do the editing of it all afterwards and rewatch yourself 100 times until it's fully edited, and it's just like
And that's why I just enjoy doing the reels at the moment. They're just quick hits, just one and dones. You know, a little bit of editing afterwards, and then that's it. So yeah, I'm enjoying that.
So-
It's definitely taking the stress away from it, I guess.
So
It's
yes, I
fun.
think it's nice just to do whatever you can kind of fit in. So like, you know, so like I've seen Phil's kind of like restarted trying to do like a kind of routine a few times, and like
Just
I've
fall out
always
again.
I've always kind of been like of the personal opinion that like if you put a video out once every couple of months, once every 3 months, you know, on whatever topic you felt like, people would watch it. You don't need to have a recurring, you know, kind of thing.
That's
Just
what I
kind of
do
do whatever works for you.
with my channel. I was trying to a couple of times this year. Joe, my goal has always been right. This is I'm on my heart here, right? Joe, Omar from Nearman Condition.
Mhm.
Every year he does this big mad ass video of like I don't know 100 creators talk about their book of the year. I want to get on that video. It's like that it is, right? I want to be part of that. So I've always like if I do this every week, and because I have messaged him before in the past, and he's been on our live stream or whenever we done Omnifus before he would come on and stuff like. So he knows I exist, but maybe because I don't know essentially sad. I don't maybe because I don't upload that often that he, you know, wouldn't ask me to do his thing, whatever. But that's one of my goals is to be in one of his video. Not this year, unfortunately, because I'm sure it's due out in the next few weeks. But next year, 2026, is my year. I
mean, there's no harm in asking him. The amount
Oh
of
no,
people.
I wouldn't be big. I want him to notice me. I need this guy on.
Because like I've done compilation videos of like people doing like, you know, like ways to get into comics and stuff, and I had him on it. Like he made a video for me to put in stuff, and he wouldn't know me from Adam. Like, you know, really, I just reached out to him and asked him to do it, and it was
I
like,
want him to.
you know, I had it at the end of my video.
Yeah.
You know, so like, and like, I remember like for Love of Comics, like the first time I saw his stuff, like he was, you know, several thousand subscribers, and I was maybe several hundred subscribers at the point in time. I was watching like a first like live stream he'd done, and he said something on the live stream along the lines of, "Oh, I wish I could like meet up with some of the other guys. You see, like smaller channels like yourselves that have got like, you know, groups of people that kind of hang out, and I'm just kind of by myself, kind of thing." So I just took the chance, and I was like, "Fancy coming on a live stream?" Like, and he was like, "Yeah, sure." And we've done, I don't even know how many since then. You know, and he was a huge channel compared to me at the time, so still is.
Yeah, well, I don't want to email Omar and go, "Can I please be on your video?"
What you should do is
on your show.
invite him on something on your channel, and then you'll get people wanting to watch the video because he's in it.
Yeah, I don't know. Once upon a time, my first started YouTube, my channel was on one of his, like he had favorited channels, and mine was on it.
Wow.
I felt really good about it, and then I don't know if I'm still there now. I don't even think they still have that on YouTube anymore. But
I think they do.
I'll do that. Well, I've also been removed, but
it's just not on it anymore.
It's a profile picture. Yeah. I never used it on mine, but I know a lot of people that do have it on their profiles, like a top 5 channels or whatever, like on their
one
kind of
day.
thing. Right. Well, I think I'm gonna just wrap it up there, but I don't want to kind of hold you guys all kind of night, and I've got work tomorrow quite early, so I can't stay up all night anyway. But I would just want to thank you guys for taking the time. I know everybody has things going on with their life, and we had to kind of fit this around everybody's kind of schedule to kind of fit it in, and it's been really nice to have you guys kind of back on YouTube as a group, but also to be part of the kind of conversation myself. So I just want to kind of thank you all for coming on, really.
Well,
Thank you for putting it together. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's nice. Might be the kick we need.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for 2026. Who knows?
Yeah.
Omar be begging us to go on his channel.
Exactly.
Hey, you'll be emailing us to join ours as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think us and the boys, you know, we'll have chats and we'll discuss things. And obviously, everyone's got their things going on at the moment. And hopefully, when things quieten down, we can talk about another, you know, either going back to Airwaves or do another project, or you know, we'll just watch this space. That's all we can say.
Things are in the works. It's just slow going at the moment. That's the the only issue.
Yeah.
And
I
if
know the
Oasis can get back
StreamYard.
together, you know, if Take That can get back together, we can get the band back together. You know.
Yeah. I mean, is it even if it wasn't as kind of
Regular.
frequent, or as I say, try a different thing, because I know StreamYard's prices went kind of through the roof and kind of priced a lot of people out.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a kind of ideal situation. But I also want to thank everyone who's kind of sat with us for sort of 2 hours and listened along and kind of commented, and creators and things as well in the chat. It's been good to kind of hear your input. So thanks for that. And I will hopefully message Scott or one of you guys afterwards, because there's a new collab thing you can do on YouTube. So once the video's saved, I can actually link it to you guys' channel so other people can see it there as well.
Great.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
a job for Scott.
He's forgot how to do it.
Yeah, give me a shout later.
Cool. But we'll leave it at that, and just to say thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thanks.